Steele announcement that he is going to start talking could blow this part of it wide open.
Well, he's obviously made a strategic decision because he's going to be interviewed by John Durham. It's not the Inspector General from the Department of Justice who's going to talk to him because he doesn't have any reason to talk to Mr. Horowitz. He's going to talk to John Durham and his people. So there's obviously some sort of deal that's been worked out. This is great news, but according to some reports, there are limitations on his testimony. I can't believe that Durham would agree to such limitations. But this is what's important. He has to tell the truth to Durham. Because even though his testimony will be given overseas, he can be indicted in the United States if he lies to Durham. So I assume he's going to tell the truth because this is the big casino now. And what he's going to prove is that the FBI lied in the FISA warrants, and they lied to Congress, and they lied to everybody about what they knew about Steele's behavior.
Just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving. Never gonna stop till everybody moving on love for one another. Call it some friend and call it some
brother. Want to get it off your chest? Call the Dave Weinbaum Show. Except for ourselves, we don't suffer fools here. Want politics and fun sprinkled with a lot of laughs? You're in the right place. Heard in 50 states and 98 countries, now in its 11th year. The Dave Weinbaum Show is on the air. As Steele makes a deal, how should we feel? He's going to testify under oath to U.S. Attorney John Durham, appointed by A.G. Barr. Mueller, upon further examination, at least not for me, but for others, because I always knew he was just as bad as his buddies Comey and McCabe. His performance as a prosecutor was a farce on the law. Every lawyer that I've seen and talked to and heard comment on it agrees. Either you charge or you just say no. You don't put people in double jeopardy by claiming possible crimes after not charging them. Not for any of us, or even a president, especially a president. As I've said, Mueller is a big part of the coup, and his appearance must be investigated. When did he know there was no collusion? It seems like everyone knew that early on. How did he continue with the investigation without publicly saying anything? He ruined 2 years of Trump's presidency by his silence. Intentionally. What about Hillary's collusion with the Russians? Why did he not investigate the Steele dossier? The English, the Aussies. Who was colluding with them? Was that you, Mueller? Where's the investigation of Mueller as FBI director under Obama, as the Clintons sold off 20% of our uranium to Russia and $150,500,000 for Bill, $150 million for the Clinton Foundation, $500,000 for a 1-hour speech for Bill. Nothing before, nothing after, in a very closed window that soon after, all of a sudden, Russia owns 20% of our uranium. And who's the FBI director? Mueller. I want to know this. What was his, Mueller, McCabe, Comey's cut For that matter, what was Obama's cut? You know, Barr says Mueller's his friend. Let's see how far Barr and Durham are willing to go. Time to butter that popcorn. Things are about to happen. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ and Rolla, and I'm proud to be here.
You're so early, I was almost afraid to ask.
Yeah. Well, last week was kind of a surprise to all of us.
Well, nah. Those things happen. Yeah. All right, so you got your tinfoil hat on, JJ?
I have it standing by in case I need it.
All right.
There were three things that segued into each other this week, and you mentioned one in your monologue, and that is the Clinton Foundation and their buddies, Comrade Hillary and Comrade Barack, and the sycophants that surround them. I think are pretty corrupt. And if you look, we've got the RICO statutes at the federal level, which were aimed at the mafia way back in the day, but they're organized crime statutes and allow pretty vigorous prosecution of organized crime. And I sincerely hope that Barr looks into that as a potential way to pursue prosecution on these people. I think the RICO statutes are a pretty good fit.
I don't know if they really portend to organized crime as they do political tactics, like having a coup over a president. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Well, as far as Hillary is concerned, the Clinton Foundation is clearly a way to launder money from illicit activities, and I think the RICO statutes apply to that. And if Comrade Barack had his hand out and was having hundreds shoved in his pocket, I think that he should be prosecuted as well. We'll see. Barr's a pretty sharp guy, and we'll see if he opens that can of worms.
Listen, I need to listen to you more because why? Because you're not just 250 anymore. You're 251. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Did you know that
much.
he's 251 years old?
I knew it, yeah.
My goodness.
He's up there.
Stan said some words yesterday, and I'm very pleased. Thank you so much.
Well, mazel tov, as we say.
You're very welcome.
As us little Jews say, mazel tov, my friend. You got anything else?
Yeah, I do. When it comes to Barr's prosecution, I think that the Steele dossier being opened up and Steele perhaps testifying is going to blow the lid off of this thing. I think Barr is going to have what he needs to put a thorough investigation to this, and I pray that he does just that. I think it's likely. A few months ago we were talking about it, and both of us said, probably not going to happen. Comrade Hillary get prosecuted? Nah. I don't know. It's starting to look a lot grimmer for her.
Yes.
And that segues right into the third thing I had to relieve myself of, and that is our House of Representatives.
It's starting to look a lot like convictions.
Yay.
Oh, it does.
All the damn world.
Dave, keep your day job. Your singing is not real good.
Oh, come on. Later on, we got to play Weinbaum music again.
I got it queued up, man.
It was better when you had Lisa and Stan singing with you. I'll grant you that.
Well, okay, they'll be singing too.
Yeah, we'll sing the harmony and all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa,
you
ready?
You need to pot them up high and
spray your little throat and get ready to sing, baby, because we're going to all sing together.
See, Comrade Pelosi has got a little problem on her hands, and I think it's getting worse by the day.
Oh yeah,
she's trying very hard to make sure that impeachment proceedings don't happen, and there's a good reason for that.
Well,
She's stuck with a bunch of leftists, particularly the Judicial Committee. Good Lord. And she's got to try to keep a lid on this. Why? Because if they institute impeachment proceedings, A, it'll never get through the Senate. Not going to happen.
Of course.
And B, it's going to make them the Democrats look so bad. You have a very popular president here. He's doing some good things. Whether you like him or don't like him doesn't matter. He's doing the right things for this country, and for them to attempt to impeach him, they're going to get lambasted. in the 2020 election.
Even when
they're going to be bombed.
You're right. Even when the Republicans had about 12 crimes that Bill Clinton was indictable for, as stated by Ken Starr, then the special prosecutor, even then, the Republicans lost on the political basis. Now there's no crime. There's no misdemeanor. There's no nothing.
No high crimes.
No high crimes,
That's
no
right.
misdemeanors, no nothing.
Yeah.
So we don't we hate
nothing.
Trumps. We're going to impeach him? How's that? I mean, look, their crowd is going to love that. But how about all the independents? They lose all the independents. They might even lose a few rhinos over that. Well, maybe not rhinos,
Indeed.
but but still, they're going to lose a lot of people over that. And I think the polls are showing it right now.
They are. If you take a look at Nadler on the Judiciary Committee, he's sticking his neck way out, and I think he thinks he's on safe ground.
Yeah.
But I keep seeing Pelosi trying to hold him down, and I'm glad
Well,
that
she does.
is.
Well, but then what does she do? When there's time that they could make deals on infrastructure and things like that, she says, I don't want to see him impeached. I want to see the president in jail.
Yeah.
Well, if you're Trump, you're not gonna go for that. I mean, how do you deal with somebody like that? Go screw yourself, Nancy. He's going to do his best just to go around her.
Well,
You know?
that's right. And it's going to look very bad for them politically, and I'm afraid it's going to look bad for them judicially. This is a no-win situation for Comrade Nancy, and she's got a real problem here. I will pop the popcorn, and I will sit by and watch.
Butter it up, baby. Butter up that popcorn and celebrate with a little birthday cake. On your way to watching the wonderful world of trials of Democrats and Intel and MSM. Wow.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank
Good
you,
day.
JJ. God bless. All right, we're back in the show. We have another caller?
No.
No?
No, she wanted to put a request in, so.
A request?
Yeah.
What, did I...
A song request.
A song
That's
request?
okay, yeah.
What do you want to hear, baby? Come on. Bring it. It's beginning to feel a lot like Democrats going down in flames. No, I don't think so. Anyways, if you want to call a show, should we do a hat today and a $35 gift card? What do you think?
I think we should.
Well, let me introduce. What am I doing? I'm so rude. All right. Well, I'm Dave Weinbaum. I'm the host. I'm here with the radio legend Stan Hines, and I'm here in her second official appearance as my wife. Oy vey, my wife. Well, it's just hard to say. It's just it's been so long.
You're looking at me?
He realizes how lucky
you.
he is.
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
That's not what he said,
Lisa used to be Lisa Strausser. Now it's Lisa Weinbaum.
Fine. Why is it Weinbaum?
Because it sounds better.
Okay.
It gives you more of a German type of being, which you are German, right? Your heritage is German?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, I kind of remind myself, especially when I fall asleep at night and I'm vulnerable.
Now, I wonder what Strausser meant in English.
I don't know.
I don't either. Because I know wine bomb is just wine tree.
Produce stress on your husband is what it means. Stressor. It used to be stressor.
I can't imagine you being any less stressful than her.
Me? Oh, I'm just a teddy bear. She knows that. All right, call the show 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest. And we're going to take a break very soon. We got a great show coming up. We have a mystery interview. I'm not going to tell you who that is because I have my reasons. All right. But they're coming up. But we got Rabbi Moshe calling at 9:30 from Israel. He was in town last week. I spent some time with him. And Cheryl Chumley's coming back. Yay!
All right.
Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. And that's 3, right? What am I missing here?
Elad?
No. Don't have Elad this week. I'm just missing a piece of paper. All right, I know I got somebody else. Hold on. Don't agitate me. I got this. All right, who do we got? We got DeAnna. DeAnna, darn, how did I forget her? Okay, so we got a great show coming up, and we're going to give away a $35 McDonald's gift card and a wonderful MAGA hat. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Al West Collision Center in Rolla is looking for experienced technicians to work in the Rolla locations. 2 years experience is required. Al West offers a competitive benefits package and compensation program. Al West Collision has been voted #1 collision center in the area. Are you motivated and ready to move up in the world? Send your resume to admin@alwestcollision.com or drop by 713 Houston Road in Rolla. For more information, call 573-364-8999. Al West Collision is an equal opportunity employer.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, Food Equipment Repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
From apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Silverados have arrived at Fairground Auto Plaza. Get 0% APR for 72 months or $9,015 in total value on the all-new 2019 Crew Cab LT All-Star Z71 for well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Check out everything Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
When the transcripts came out with John Dowd and talking to Robert Kellner, the attorney for Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, what Mueller had done was actually basically put together what he wanted, redacted portions of Dowd's transcripts, portions of his conversation, the voicemail message that he left, making it appear as if Dowd was trying to obstruct justice, giving that illusion. But then when you see the complete transcript, you realize, he didn't even want confidential information. This wasn't just about the president. It was about the American people. So then you have to ask yourself, what happened with Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, right? And the conversation, the transcripts. The irony here is, Sean, is that the government is trying to protect these highly classified transcripts, yet it was government officials senior government officials that leaked the information to the Washington Post, David Ignatius, in January of 2017. They leaked it to basically corner Michael Flynn. And
That's
so, yes,
against
it is
the law.
unbelievable.
Journalist Sarah Carter all over it, and that's on the Hannity show. I'll tell you what, I watch a lot of this stuff, and I'm looking for bits and stuff like that. Hannity has the best darn team I've ever seen on this. I mean, he's got Sarah Carter, Dershowitz now is on board,
Greg Jarrett.
Newt once in a while he gets, but those are the three main ones that I think of.
Right.
They all, John Solomon too. Don't forget him. He's great also, and they are just. I mean, you're getting news that no one else is getting from him, and I'm transferring it to you just in case you don't watch it. And so I hope he knows that I'm a fan and not a crook, because he plays other stuff from other shows too, including Russian. They all do that.
Yeah, they do.
So I don't feel bad at all. I just want to get the news that is appropriate for today. Not every week is a fast news week. This actually was a fairly slow news week,
right? With
the Congress not really doing much and the president overseas. But let me talk about that overseas visit a little bit, because you know what? Trump had one of the best trips any president has ever had in terms of the effect on the United States of America and its relations all over the world, and especially to our allies in Europe.
Right.
If there was any doubt about it, I'll tell you who played an amazing role in this. Queen Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's the second. Queen Elizabeth II. She's in her mid-90s, and her and Trump hit it off. They talked for maybe a couple of hours, and Britain loves their queen. A lot of Brits, they claim, hate Donald Trump. Well, he was asked to meet with Corbyn. I think his name is Jeremy Corbyn.
The mayor?
He's a rote anti-Semite. He's the leader of the Labor Party, I believe.
Right.
And then the mayor, Khan, who is just a nightmare. A Muslim mayor in London. How about that?
Yep.
And you know what? He can't control his knife problem.
Yeah.
They don't have any guns to speak of in England, but they got a lot of knives, and they got a lot of crime.
Yeah, they do.
And the Londoners, he's sort of like de Blasio in New York. Yeah. He's that bad. And he's sitting there commenting about Trump and all that. Well, Trump called him out. You might not like that, and you might not think that's presidential, but what he's done there, and then going to France with Macron, making an amazing speech. I believe it was at Normandy.
Yep.
An amazing speech. The veterans, like you, Stan,
right.
and I don't want to speak for you, but the veterans, the older veterans, and how he was to them, and how he talked about them and put them in the spotlight, and what they did for not only the America, but for Europe and the world. That's when America was at its finest, because they saved the world.
Yeah, they did.
And they lost a lot of lives doing it. A lot of brave people went down that first day of the landings there at Omaha Beach, was it?
Yeah, Normandy, yeah.
In Normandy. And a lot of them are buried there. Like I say, my uncle, I don't know how he got in, but he was a tank commander in the war, and about 2 weeks before the war ended, he was caught in a reconnaissance mission. Him and a Christian fellow. A Christian fellow was let go by the SS, and they figured out that his name was, by the way, David Weinbaum, who I'm named for. They figured out he was Jewish and put 2 bullets in his head.
Oh, my.
And he's at rest in Marston Cemetery in the Netherlands.
Wow.
So I just found that out like about a year and a half ago via Dan Friedman, who actually is in charge of his grave out there.
Wow.
Anyways,
it brought tears to your eyes, the speech he gave.
Yes.
There was a lot of people that really
So
touched.
my saying is this. He's got the backing of not just the old veterans, but the new veterans, the younger veterans, and also the people in the military.
Right.
They got to love him as compared to what they had before. Obama, who put them in jeopardy time after time after time, used them as political fodder. Yeah. I mean, had them in capture of Iran after giving Iran like $150 billion plus interest, in cash. And then Iran shows their gratification by capturing a ship and putting all the ship members on their knees. You know, where's the repercussions from Obama, from Hillary, from Kerry, all those jerks? You know, how do you back, if you're in the military, how do you back something like that?
It's tough.
Yeah, that's not what Trump does, all right? And I think he's got the respect and the backing of almost all the military.
Well, you know what's funny? The funny part about that is he had a big crowd there that were all pro-America, and then the mainstream news was talking about the day before that tomorrow now there's supposed to be all kinds of demonstrations against President Trump. The next day there was nothing. He got
there was
a
little, but it fizzled.
Yeah,
it was nothing.
No, it was nothing.
Right, and that's how you know that he's hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Oh gosh, yes.
With the Queen, and then earlier he went and saw the head of Japan and met the Emperor, the first American president to meet an Emperor of Japan.
Wow.
Okay. So in terms of his foreign reputation, as much as the Democrats have done to destroy it, and they have hurt it, these investigations have hurt his presidency. And it's been a complete hoax. So I hope America understands that, and I hope even if you're not a conservative, not a Democrat, if you are a Democrat, that you understand that this kind of thing can and will happen again, and it could be your guy. You don't want this happening. We lose our country if this happens.
That's right.
All right. So, we're back on the show. We've got a couple minutes till the rabbi, and I think we need some Sicilian moment or something. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think so, too.
All right. Settle down. You're about to hear this. Hear about the Paisan who fell asleep? He was arrested. Forget about it. You know, you can be Italian anywhere. You can get arrested even when you're sleeping. That's not fair. It's not fair. We ain't going to forget about that. We're going to find you. And we're going to argue. We're going to argue with you. And you are not going to get away with it. You are not going to get away with it. Forget about it. All right? Okay, so I think it's time to play the song, the Rabbi song. He's coming up next from Israel, and he's pretty reliable. Thank you, Stan.
All right.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. All right, we're back on the show, and very soon the rabbi will be calling. But I've got lots of stuff, so until he calls, I will be reading stuff off to you that happened in the world today. So Pelosi handles her shaky hold on Speaker. I mean, she's got to be pretty shaky because she's got at least about 60 Democrats that are yelling at her to impeach the president. I mean, normally I'd have pity on her, but I don't. You know, she deserves it. Instead, she's going to placate them by saying, well, he ought to be in prison. I want the president in prison. Oh, and let's go negotiate an infrastructure deal. Well, it's crazy.
It don't work that way
And
in
he
our
knows-
country.
Well, it does with some
Banana
Republicans.
Republics, yeah. or
Well,
something.
some Republicans who are chickens who are going to accept that kind of behavior,
Right.
And then let's go make a deal. I mean, no, I don't blame him one bit. Do what you can with what you got. If they're not going to cooperate with you, get rid of them in 2020. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, or should I say, shalom.
Shalom, Dave. How are you?
Long time no see. No, that's a lie, because you were seen last week. All right, so let me introduce
That's
you
right.
properly. This man travels the world uniting Christians and Jews, the official rabbi of Missouri and the Dave Weinbaum Show, the future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Golf Course, Casino, and Spa, Rabbi Moshe Rothchild. There you go. Okay. They're enthusiastic there. All right. I got a lot of guys in Branson that like you. I don't know why they're here. I guess they like you. Hey, I mailed you something. I don't know whether you got it or not, but this Ayman Mohammed Tahidi calls out Rashid Tlaib and Ilhan Omar and AOC, all Democrat representatives, trying to make anti-Semitism the law of the land. That's what he's accusing these women of doing. Do you think he's right?
Yeah, I think he was right, actually, before he said that. I think this has been going on ever since, quite frankly, Dave, since they were elected. I think that's a part of their agenda, is to mainstream they'll call it, that they're not anti-Semites or anti-Israel, but they're really, that distinction is so fine that it doesn't even really exist with them. So I think this is part of their agenda to begin with. And I think all Americans have to worry about these two.
Well,
I'm very
if
concerned
you're
about-
saying, that can't happen, look at what's happening on social media. It's already being accepted that certain people should not be on social media. And, people are just resigned to it almost. It's very interesting to see.
Right. And, and this has happened in other countries in Europe, and they've just gone down this road, and it's quite worrisome to see what's going on in the United States now.
Do you remember the Jewish Defense League?
Gosh, yeah, I do. Of course, that was started by Mayor Kahuna.
Yeah. Do we need another one?
Yeah. I don't know. I think if it got that bad, I think Jews would make sure that their passports are in order, and this time is a place to flee. While of course Jews are 100% committed, we're American citizens, like you have African Americans, you have Jewish Americans, we're committed to America. But God forbid if we go back to the 1930s, where you have someone like a Hitler who turns on the Jews and the world is silent. At least this time around, there's a state of Israel that will change things.
Well, we hope so, but I'm also wondering about Trump supporters who get jumped on and beat up. I'm wondering if we don't need to respond in some way, in an organized way, and dispatch people to where Trump supporters are attacked.
Yeah, look, discourse and political disagreement is all fine until it gets violent, and that is, people get so angry and so entrenched they can't possibly accept that that the country voted in a president that they're so they're just so angry, and it can be a little dangerous.
Well, no, it's a lot dangerous, and it's getting more and more dangerous because they're very frustrated right now. Over 2 years in the Obama, Mueller, Comey coup, and it hasn't worked. And now they don't know what to do.
Right.
And now there's been a smattering of some talk of the A word, assassination. And that's getting pretty darn serious. And people are getting jumped on at Trump rallies or at any rally. If you're wearing a MAGA hat, like Stan and I are doing, it's pretty safe here in the studio. But if we go out somewhere in St. Louis, let's say, and we're in a MAGA hat, we're risking ourselves. Sort of like wearing a yarmulke in Germany these days. These days.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, at a certain point, we got to fight back or go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I want to just redirect for a second here. I don't know if you saw this story reported in Israel about the local McDonald's. Did you see this report?
Yes.
Basically, you have they put a tender out to open new restaurants in the airport that Israel is building, and McDonald's put in a tender to open a new restaurant. And there was a huge rally of Israeli war veterans against McDonald's because here McDonald's won't open any restaurants in Judea and Samaria. And so they said, hey, if you're not going to support Israel in general, why should Israel support you? And so this has become front and center. Obviously the local franchise holder is a Jew, but he won't build franchises.
Well, is that his decision or the company's? I don't know. I mean,
it's his decision. I do not believe. Well, it could be that it comes down from McDonald's, but the article I read, I did not see that. So. Could be that McDonald's will be the next Airbnb that the public is going to take on. When Airbnb decided not to list properties in Judea and Samaria, they ended up backing down because the public outcry was so intense against that.
Hey, I'll do my Sicilian deal. Maybe I make a phone call, make them an offer they don't refuse. What do you think? Should I call McDonald's top management?
If you see me picketing outside your McDonald's, just don't shoot me.
Maybe in this case you should wear your yarmulke. So I know.
I can tell you with 100% certainty, I won't eat in any McDonald's in the United States ever again.
Yeah, well, you never did anyway, so don't give me that crap. So I tell you something. I went to the doctor after our little visit with our friend Jimmy in St. Louis.
Yeah.
So the doctor is looking at my knee, and he says, wow, it's all swollen and everything. I says, yeah, well, I heard it. He says, all right, you know what? I'm going to give you a cortisone shot. So I agreed to it, and as he was sticking the needle in, some fluid came out with blood in it. I was bleeding internally on my left knee, and he pulled out 10 cc's of this bloody gel in my knee. And we x-rayed it, and it's showing some damage, believe it or not.
Oh, boy.
So I'm sitting here with a brace on, like I did before. But you know what? With the cortisone, you get a false sense of confidence, because I feel like I could go out and play golf right now.
You probably can.
All right. Well, I might just do that.
Yeah.
All right. Take over, Lisa. I'll be on the course. Stan, help her out.
Thanks.
Okay. Anyways, so what did you... Netanyahu's secret weapon, they're saying, is his son, Yair Netanyahu. Yair, is it? So they say he's like Don Jr. for Trump. You know anything about him?
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, he's quite well known here in Israel. He's not shy in the public eye, where he's been willing to take on people who have tried to take on his father. He's very quick to defend him, and he's extremely sharp and very, very intelligent young man. And reminds me a little bit of like a Ben Shapiro type of figure. He's very strong, and, but we'll see if he's going to end up in politics. But he's very, very defensive of his father.
Okay, hey, talk a little bit about the miracle of a surging Sea of Galilee. What happened?
Yes. This month in May, it rose about 11 centimeters, not because it rained, but because...
How many feet is that? We're in America
runoff.
here. How many feet is that?
centimeter, 11 centimeters is about another 3-4 inches, something like that. And that it's reached its highest point in more than 10 years.
Okay.
Now it accounts for a lot of our drinking water, and we're now experiencing the melting from a very, very cold, snowy winter in that region, and the melting of the snow is now starting to fill up the Kinneret. We have a huge runoff filling the Sea of Galilee. The Kinneret is the Hebrew word, right? And we're going to see even more rising, hopefully in June.
Great. Hey, Trump just had a successful trip to England, to France, Ireland. Before that, it was Tokyo. It seems like he's getting a lot of credit now, even from the mainstream media here, Acosta and Scarborough, saying what a great job he did. That's incredible stuff.
Yeah.
How is this affecting Israel since he's...
flyer miles.
Pardon me?
I said I hope he gets a lot of frequent flyer miles.
What do you think?
Maybe
I think he wants to paint the plane, and the Democrats won't let him. You know, well, I mean, I don't understand. President Trump, why shouldn't that be, put all over the plane?
Absolutely.
President Trump International. Give me a couple more years, and I'll be out to make some more deals. I don't know. Why not? Hey, so what do you think of this in regards to Israel? His success overseas, and everyone knows how close he is to Israelis and to Israel's success and survival. How does this bode for him and Israel?
I think Israel sees the more successful Donald Trump will be, the better it is also for our country, because Israel has, a love-hate relationship with Europe. We try to love them, but they hate us. And the stronger Donald Trump can be in countries like in London, in England, and in European countries, and even in Africa, we definitely get direct and indirect benefits from that. So, and you know what? One thing I can say about Donald Trump, he's incredibly consistent and committed to what he wants to do. And despite the fact that he'll have naysayers or a huge rally against him, he'll tell it like it is, and he doesn't back down. I give him a lot of credit for that.
Hey, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
They can email me at Rabbi Moshe, that's Moshe, at IsraelAlliance.org. IsraelAlliance.org, and they can check our website at IsraelAlliance.org, and love to hear from you.
Hey, Rabbi, my coffee is unique. It's a percolator.
Ooh.
Pretty bad. Yeah, I was just looking over that, and I said,
all right.
I was saying to myself, that's even bad. That's even so bad, I shouldn't even tell the rabbi that one. He's not going to have any mercy on me.
Yeah.
That's all right. Lisa's over here moaning.
We have to.
Your coffee's unique. His wife is unique.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I thought about that too. I didn't want to put his wife in a bad joke. That wouldn't be very good, would it, Rabbi?
I think that joke about coffee needs to be grounded.
Okay, you beat me on this one. All right, I give you that, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much. How did you eat and the kids? Lisa, you want to say anything? No, apparently not. Stan, you want to say anything to the rabbi? Jay.
Have a great day, Rabbi.
God, just remember this next time you're going to yell at me. All right? We're back in the show. I think we should take a break right now. Call the show, 573-364-4433. Make yourself eligible for a fantastic MAGA hat and a $35 McDonald's gift card. Get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated. Incorporated.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control. Community born, community raised, community serving.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
The Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger is one of McDonald's most popular burgers in Spain. To try one, you'd have to reprogram your GPS, recalculate it, go to the airport, leave your car, buy a plane ticket, land in Madrid, and go to McDonald's.
Bienvenido a McDonald's.
Or you could hang that next left and get to your neighborhood McDonald's now. Because for a limited time, the juicy Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger and other worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
95 years of serving families in the Rolla community. This is Rick Miller at Null & Son Funeral Home. For a business to be successful for 95 years takes hard work, determination, respect, and compassion for the community and the families we serve. This year, Null & Son Funeral Home proudly celebrates our 95th anniversary. 95 years of providing the finest funeral service, always at an affordable cost. It has been our honor to serve your family.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
You're not allowed to unmask American citizens. There was a 350% increase in 2016 alone. Samantha Powers has no business at all unmasking 300 people, let alone one. Professor, we already know what Christopher Steele's going to say, because he said it in an interrogatory under the threat of perjury. I have no idea if any of this dossier is true. Hillary paid for it. And yeah, I hated Donald Trump because he told everybody. But they still used it as the bulk of information to get that FISA warrant against not only Carter Page, but a backdoor into all things Trump campaign, transition, and presidency.
All right, we're back in the show. We've got an amazing caller on. Hi there. Is this President Trump?
No, it's not.
Oh, all right. Well, who the hell is this?
This is Chester from North of
Oh,
Doolittle.
okay, Chester. How you doing? Yeah, I thought it
I'm
was
doing
Trump.
fine. I just want to point out something that's going on the international news, because everybody's lying so badly about President Trump. From his entire visit in Europe, in England. All the media was reporting scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal and outrage, and of course everything went perfectly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here in the United States, the Mexican tariff, even the Republicans have already jumped up online to start screaming about how this is so terrible, and because that's what Republicans unfortunately tend to do. They surrender right away.
Yeah.
Here's the headline from UK Daily Mail. Migrants detained in Mexico are sent back to Guatemala on buses.
Yeah.
As part of tougher border security
Mexico is already starting to cooperate. Why they didn't do this in the first place? That's another question.
Because no American president ever asked them to, or in this case, forced them to.
What is the solution that Congress is offering this? Now, I had a conversation. I had the opportunity to go to Marty Davis, a good friend and a fellow owner-operator, his 60th celebration of being in the McDonald's business a couple days ago in Taylorville, Illinois. What a trip that was, right, honey? Yeah, no, she's shaking her head. She had to drive all the way home. Anyways, but I had the occasion to talk to Rodney Davis, and he claims that Trump had the ability to sign off on some good deal with the Democrats. I wasn't aware of it, and we certainly don't have the Democrats talking about that, so I'm not sure where he's coming from. He still supports the president a lot, Rodney does. But without Congress, what the hell is he supposed to do? We all know this is an amazing tragedy down there. It isn't nothing more than an invasion that we somehow have put ourselves in a box and can't fight it. And Trump tries tariffs, and now the Republicans are against him. What is that about?
Well, here's a cute little factoid that I just heard yesterday. In May alone, there were 140,000 or so illegals crossed into the border.
Yep.
That's about the size of the D-Day landing.
Yeah.
Just put that in perspective.
Right. And every month. It's well over a million now. It's over a million a year.
Oh, yeah.
The last year it's been over a million. That's a pure invasion. Yeah, you're right. It's worse than a D-Day invasion because they keep coming. At least D-Day, it was mostly all done in a couple days. And
that's where the invasion started.
Right.
And then after that, the build up. We put 1 million troops in, but But this is where But the thing is, it's about between the media lying on everything, and how even the Republicans will not back Trump. They will jump in on every opportunity to try to undercut him when he's trying to do something. This is so despicably disgusting.
Yeah, that's the only advantage Democrats have is, and it's not such a big advantage because when they jump on a bad thing, like support of Mueller, they continue that, and then when they lose it, they're totally lost now. They have nothing else to do. So, but Republicans will go against their own real quick, and they had no reason to do this without a Congress to have a deal ready to fix the problem. And you can blame Trump all you want to, but you know what? This has been a problem for 50, 60 years. Trump didn't start this, so he's stuck with it, and he knows he's got to do something. What else you got for me, Chess?
Nothing. That was just made you sounded brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. This has got to be a remarkable, because you are a smart guy. I have a lot of respect for your intelligence and your knowledge. So I'm going to make as big a thing. We have to memorialize that and record it on the show, because I don't realize I'm not paying anything for this, am I? I hope not. Anyways, thank you, Chester. Hi to Martha. Appreciate the call and the compliment. Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. All right. Shortly, we have Cheryl Chumley coming up. She's actually ready and raring to go. I sent her a little, warning, and I think we're going to do a commercial just before. I think we're going to take a little break, and then you'll be ready for the most brilliant political analyst in the world, Cheryl Chumley, coming up. Call 573-364-4433 and get it off your chest.
KKID Salem Rolla.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Sydney's in Rolla reminds you they're open each week, Tuesday through Saturday from noon till 1:30 a.m. They also have great lunch specials every day and steak specials every Friday and Saturday night. First weekend of the month is prime rib. Then hand-cut ribeye steaks the rest of the weekends with more than 100 whiskeys to choose from or signature drinks and over a dozen beers on tap. See their Facebook for more details. Sydney, 707 North Pine, downtown Rolla.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Professor, it is an unverifiable document because its author says he can't stand by it. And in October first Bruce Orr warned everyone in August of 2016. We know 2 weeks before Comey signed that first FISA application, he was warned again, and there were other warnings, and he still put his signature on a spying document. He denies spying on not only Carter Page, but an opposition party.
Look, raw intelligence like that should never be the basis for a FISA warrant that intrudes on the rights of American citizens' privacy. We need to have more than that, and we need to have complete candor from anybody who signs a FISA warrant. They have to tell the court, look, we have this. We're not sure how valid it is. The author is not positive.
They never told the court Hillary paid for it.
There you go. And we're going to hear more. That was Alan Dershowitz and Sean Hannity. And Alan Dershowitz, a Hillary-supporting liberal, Democrat, Jewish. What is going through his mind when he sees the anti-Semitism supported by Nancy Pelosi and the other Dems, most of whom are just silent about it and refuse to stand up against it, Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib and AOC as well. What is he thinking? I'd love to get into his head and say, well, why are you still a Democrat? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, very soon we got Cheryl Chumley coming up. Break up the big techies? Is that going to work? We're going to break them up, and then they're going to stop the bias somehow? I don't know. Maybe it's a first step, maybe it isn't. But in the meanwhile, we are getting trashed in our First Amendment rights. We are getting trashed. Not only the ones that do this, but the people that are listening to us. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show.
We've got Cheryl Chumley on the other line, so call back. Thanks.
There she is.
Cheryl? Hi, hold on.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have somebody pretty interesting, and we're going to give them a little greeting first, and then I'm going to give them their bio. Hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! The Washington Times online editor, author, speaker, Robert Novak Journalism Fellow, and the media goddess to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Cheryl Chumley. Hi, right. Cheryl. How are you?
Dave, how's it going?
You know, you kind of signaled that you wanted a drum roll. Did I do okay?
Yeah, great drum roll. Loved
cool.
it.
The first person that I've reminded to come on the show saying ready to go with a drum roll. So I gave her a drum roll. Hey, Nancy Pelosi, your favorite politician, claims she wants Trump in jail. Based on what crimes after Mueller? What crime do they have? What do they have against him other than they don't like him? Do they have anything?
No, they don't, which makes this the height of irresponsible politicking on the part of Nancy Pelosi. You know, the Democrat Party, Nancy Pelosi herself, they all come out and say that they want to work with this White House, they want to work with this president and so forth. And, calling for him to be thrown in jail, in prison for nothing is not the way to open the chains of communication.
Yeah, let's go make a deal, right?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. The partisanship is just beyond imagination now in D.C.
Well, I think under other Republican presidents, they got away with a lot of this stuff, and the presidents were still willing to make a deal.
Yeah, you nailed it there. I think that's actually part of the biggest problem that the left has with Trump, that he refuses to lay down and cut deals, that he's just fight all the time, and they don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, but he's got to go around her, and now he's got to go around a bunch of Republicans as well. So good luck with that. Let's switch subjects a little bit to this infanticide debate that we're all having. And here's the thing: where do failed post-abortion people? Where do those rights and late-term abortion babies, where do their rights kick in?
Yeah, well, not with Joe Biden, as it seems, who just caved and flip-flopped on the whole Hyde Amendment thing. But you bring up an interesting topic, because I just gave a speech on this, that we just rounded the 100-year anniversary of the noble fight of suffragists to win legislatively the women's vote. And it was all about women's equality and so forth. That was then. Now in America, women's equality is all about abortion on demand. And it's just such a sad commentary on the sign of America's political and cultural times. There are few voices out there daring to come forward outside of the conservative movement, outside of the traditional family movement, to speak up for these unborn. And Democrats, party of tolerance and diversity, they just can't stand women who are pro-life.
Well, there are a few chinks in the armor. For example, the Louisiana governor is signing off on a heartbeat anti-abortion bill where it's illegal to abort a baby after, let's say, 6 weeks pregnancy when they can detect the heartbeat. So he is a Democrat, and he's standing by it. There's a few others out there. Of course, they risk the hatred coming out of the progressives of their own party, and maybe some of their constituents too. But I think slowly but surely, the abortion issue is now coming to light And I think we're seeing scientifically that the babies are very viable at a much younger age, and that they actually are human beings because they fight back against the abortion instruments ripping them apart.
Yeah, these heartbeat bills should be just common sense pieces of legislation, even to those who believe in the unfettered right of women to end their pregnancies. But instead we have, the latest is we have Georgia coming forward with common sense legislation as well, and Spike Lee from Hollywood just calling for Hollywood to distance all sorts of financial dealings with the state over this very same issue. It's something that there's a lot of room for middle ground, believe it or not, or at least some more common sense, gentle discussion. It shouldn't be abort on demand or nothing.
Well, it should be based on a discussion is right, but it's hard to come in with a lousy position, giving into everything and then discuss from there. I think they're taking the right tack, which is a hard tack. You can always make a deal later on rape victims and the other. Well, I'm not even sure you can do it on syndrome children born defective, but still, there's got to be you got to state your position first, and then negotiate on it. I would agree with that. But where they are now, I'm not sure that. I'm pretty sure it's out in the open now. It wasn't this way before Trump got elected, and now everybody's going for it.
And in my state right now of Virginia, of course, we just had that huge discussion about, let's abort babies as they're being born, as they're coming down the birth channel.
No. After birth abortion. That's what your governor pretty much said.
Ridiculous sentiments.
Oh, my
right?
goodness.
I mean, in no world is that not murder.
Right. But he said it nicely, and he's a doctor, so we got to listen to him, right? Oh my goodness! All right, let's switch subjects here. Maduro, is he out now? Is he slowly moving out? I know the Russians and the Cubans are gone. If he is, how would you advise Trump to handle this?
Well, Venezuela has been on an economic collapse for years now, with inflation rates that now are hitting, believe it or not, something like 282,000%. So, I mean, can you imagine that? That's just unimaginable.
No, you can't. You can't.
Certainly the country is up in uproar, and, the sanctions, Maduro likes to place blame for his economic ills on President Trump for laying sanctions on the country, but this is due to socialism, pure and simple, and any sort of long-term reform in Venezuela has to come from the Venezuelans. They have to see socialism as a failed economic policy first and foremost.
Right. All right, so how do you see President's trip to the UK, his trip to Japan before that, France, his speech on D-Day, trip to Ireland? How do you see that, and what advantages should this give the president?
Well, put it this way. When you have someone like Rick Santorum praising President Trump for his speeches and his showing overseas, then you know the president is doing something right.
Not to mention Scarborough and Acosta.
Yeah.
Both praising the president.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I misspoke. I meant Scarborough.
Oh.
But, the biggest complaint I've seen about President Trump is just from the far, far left and from some fashion writer who saw fit to ding President Trump for his tuxedo wear, which I don't even know
really?
what to point it out. Well, yes, that was the biggest thing that could be found.
Well, there's grounds for impeachment right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. You can't even wear a tuxedo, right?
Right, apparently. I don't know.
All right, and based on that now, I want your predictions right now. Trump prediction for 2020.
Right now, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't win. I just think
he's behind in the polls against even Joe Biden, though.
Yeah,
we both know how reliable those polls are.
come on, we're talking 2020 for crying out loud. And besides, there was a professor at American University who has correctly predicted the last 9 presidential elections, who just came out and said that Trump is a shoo-in for re-election unless Democrats go forward with the impeach messaging, which is a clue to why they're doing that, by the way.
Hey, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
At CherylChumley.com or at Twitter at CKChumley.
Now, going back to the 2020 elections, do you realize if Trump loses the 2020 election, he will be automatically qualified to be an animal doctor? You know why?
Why?
He's been vetted more than any president ever. So he'll be a vet right off the bat. All right, ladies. Well, that was a dumb joke, but that kind of worked.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Cheryl.
I made it happen.
It was great to drum roll you in there. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and you are the best analyst I've ever seen. Thank you so much for being a star again on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
You're sweet, Dave. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. All right. Well, isn't that something? Now I'm smart and sweet. Are you listening to this, honey? Honey, get with the program here.
Not buying it.
What do you mean you're not buying it? These are 2 people that I did not instruct to say that.
I know you.
You got to be nicer to me.
I know
you. You have to be nicer to me. Oh, golly. All right, this is rough.
Well, let's take a few seconds here.
Yeah.
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
Thank you, Stan. That was a very appropriate impromptu deal right there.
Yeah.
You hit it over the fence.
That's why they call me the director.
That's right. That's right. No, it's great. It's terrific, and a good job there. You do a great job, and I appreciate you. Right?
I appreciate you,
even
as
though
well.
I'm a little snarky to you sometimes, but you know what? That's my job. I'm the host. I have to be a little snarky, don't I, honey?
You can't hurt my feelings,
don't I?
You can be snarky all the time.
No, I don't. I'm not snarky all the time.
It's not just hosting.
You know I'm not. I'm much more gentle with you now that we're married, aren't I? Aren't I?
Not really. No.
Really?
But if you think so, that's
so.
I guess
So
that's
what was the
helpful.
point of getting married?
Well, she still likes you. She's still here. So
I thought when we got married, I thought it was like, except for the, you know what? I think we ought to relive that because when I got married, no, me. Thank you.
That's funny.
Me. He comes in with the paycheck, and she's grabbing for it, and I'm grabbing for it. I beat her to it this time. So, anyways, thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
I let you win.
All right. So, anyways, you notice he comes in the middle of what he tries to get it to where I'm in the middle of something, so he can hand it to her.
That's right.
Now that she's the wife,
it does make it funnier.
I caught him though. I'm looking. I got. I'm a little paranoid. Anyways, speaking of paranoid, I'm getting married, right? And I know you might have heard this, but some of you probably didn't hear this because, it was the day we're getting married. I don't know exactly what's going on, but they want me to go play golf. Getting married at 4:00, and they want to play golf. That's a little odd to me, but who am I to say no? So they send me out there with my granddaughter Emma's boyfriend, Jake, a nice kid. And we're playing, and it's fun, and we're having a good time. And then it gets, we're on the final 9, and I'm getting a little bit antsy about stuff. And, I'm not hitting it very well. My focus was, I'm getting married, hopefully for the last time here. All right.
Yeah, you're done.
And I'm a little bit focused on it. I don't know. I'm not sure I like the way you said that. You're done. So, anyways, we're going. He brings me to my son's room where they had transported all my stuff to change. I never thought they'd get this right. In fact, they forgot my toothbrush, so I had to get a toothpaste and toothbrush there. And I showered myself, and I got ready and all that. And so I'll get to you right away, caller, because I'm going to set this up. And I don't know if we're going to do this before we talk or after we talk to you, because I'll probably talk to you first. But anyways, I'm ready to go. They come pick me up, and I figure, I gotta go to the bathroom. I have to urinate. And so, we get there, and all of a sudden the preacher's all over me. I figured I'd go to my room, which was like 50 feet away, but no. We got to get the services right. So I'm there with him, and then it's time to start. Okay, it's time to start. So it went very well. I was on my best behavior. Everybody was worried about me. But I wasn't the one that forgot the rings. Hello? Was I?
No.
Yeah, it was you. Hey. I didn't forget anything, all right? But I'm going to tell you about this little story. After I talked to this caller, see the setup I get? See the tension in everybody? Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Are you still there? They are so enthralled with this. They are so enthralled with this that they hung up. Okay. They want to hear what I got to say.
I don't know who it was.
So, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Lee from Richmond. I didn't pay all my phone bill, and it didn't work.
All right, you want to listen to this? Listen to this story, okay? Because I can tell you what happened at the wedding. So we're in the services already, and I says, "Oh man, after this I gotta go." And we do the service, and I said, "Okay, listen, I got to go to the bathroom." No, you got to do pictures. So another half an hour goes by. We're doing pictures, right? Because he's on the clock, so I got to respect that. Meanwhile, they had me mic'd up because at the last minute they decided they were going to film this, and they needed to hear what I do's or something. Actually, I was a little funny during it, even though they didn't want me to be. So. After the pictures, I say to them, "Look, I've got to go to the bathroom." No, we have to go to the reception right now. I says, "I'm putting my foot down. My room is 50 feet away from here. I'm going to the bathroom." So I went. The problem was I forgot I was still mic'd up. And so, here's what happened.
An hour.
It dropped in the urinal.
Quiet. You're stepping on me. Ouch.
Indeed, it is for all the people who will be able to share in the celebration. Especially exciting will be the Queen's public appearances. We also would like
All right, now I'm ready for you, Lee. That's what happened to me, and I got people out there saying we're going to blackmail you for this Weinbaum. And you know what? I played it, so go for it. You know who you are. Lee, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, that's Did you like that, Lee?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that's not your job to do. We're not turning this into the Howard Stern show.
Lisa.
Huh?
This for Lisa. This is for Lisa.
Yeah. Wait a minute. It's taps.
That's his horn.
Oh, yeah. Is you playing that? Is that the shofar?
No, that's not the shofar. I don't have buttons on that shofar. I can't do all of that shofar.
Well, that's good. You're pretty talented.
I got a story that's interesting on the MAGA hat. I was at Sam's down there in
the pair Wednesday evening, and I'm sitting there eating a piece of pizza, and had a young man, about 15 years old, I guess, roll up beside me in a wheelchair, and I said, "Sir, I just wanted to tell you, sir, I really like your hat." And I said, "You do?" And he said, "Yeah, I do." And I said something about his values and stuff like that. And I said, "Well," I said, "do you have a hat? Because I was going to give him that one because my wife had got some others."
Uh-huh.
And he says, I've got one. But the sad part was, he says, "I'm afraid to wear it in all the places because I'm afraid of getting beat up."
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's sad. You know, a young man in a wheelchair knows that he has got to be cautious of where he can wear his hat at.
Yeah.
And that was a very touching story. You know, and his father came in. I guess his father went out and took some groceries and wondered where he was at, and come in, and he introduced himself. And you know, I just told him about the hat, and I said, "Well, I was going to give him the hat I got." But he said, "You already got one." So, but I wrote my name inside of my hat on the inside. He had to done that away because I put that on in case I get beat up, my hat gets stolen. I got it ID'd. So.
Well, you know, do you wear this? Do you wear when you go to St. Louis? Do you wear your hat?
Yes, I do. I wear it now. If I'm out in the sun, like a while ago, I was working with my honeybees, and I put a white hat on then. But when I try to keep it when I get out, I like, because what it is, it's not vented on the back, so it gets a little hot. But I do like to wear it just to people know where I stand, you know. And
yeah, I got to make it a point to wear mine more in St. Louis.
Yeah,
just to see what happens. And it's a little dangerous.
Well, I wear it up through here, Fort Leonard. I go into some of these.
It's usually no problem around. In fact, people are coming up to you here, like you've experienced, and I've experienced, and Stan has experienced, and that is that people come up to you and say, you know, "Hey, great hat, we love it." That's around here.
Yeah, well, and down in St. Louis, I've had that though quite a few times at the Menards. I told you before, at Menards and St. Anne's. One day, I had two people compliment me on my hat at Menards.
Yeah.
And you know, and but like I said, this story was a little different with this young man in a wheelchair.
Sure.
He was very polite, pulled up beside me, and and he just wanted to compliment me, and he just really liked the hat. You know, basically he's complimenting Trump. You know.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. And that just touched me. He said, "Well, you know what he said about being beat up." Now that's sad. But
sure.
Hey, another point is,
you
know, I got to realizing why Cain and Abel had a tough time and so some people may not want to believe the story about Cain and Abel, you know, about Abel getting killed because they would think he couldn't have done it because they didn't have no guns back then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Anyway,
well, they had what do they have? They had the horns of the mammoths. Right?
Yeah. I think some of them just got stoned.
All right, that's very good. You know, I come from a neighborhood so tough that we use 38 specials as toenail clippers. How's that?
Oh, my. Well, I tell you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot. You have a great weekend, and say hi to your lovely wife.
She's off work today. They changed her schedule around, so she's up there exercising and listening to you right now.
Oh, well, great.
She told me she's listening. She got it on delay, so she'll hear a delay because she's listening on the computer. We got antenna problems down here, so.
All right.
But
I still think you're in the witness protection program. So, anyways, all right. Thanks a lot. And I was at Cohen's. I was at Cohen's a couple days ago. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. All right. Thanks a lot. And we're going to take a break right now. Remember, we got the $35 McDonald's gift card and the fabulous MAGA hats that we were just talking about. And by the way, I have been called brilliant and sweet. In a matter of 20 minutes, my head is getting awfully big. Don't you think?
I'll adjust your hat for you.
You will adjust my hat, my head, and everything else. All right, thank you very much. And call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips & More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips & More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, Food Equipment Repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Moving, let's talk about Salem, Missouri and what we have to offer. We are located in the center of Missouri, center of the USA, with a great school system, college, beautiful country club. Rivers within 1 hour drive include Jack's Fork, Piney, Gasconade, Merrimack, and 2 state parks. If you're looking to enjoy life with recreation or just enjoy life, call VIP Properties, Pat Tackett Broker, 103 East 4th Street, Salem, Missouri, 573-729-7622.
The next time you need work on your vehicle, head to Muffler Mart on Highway 63 across from the Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. It's been over 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto repair experience. Their name says mufflers, but they do it all. And now you can visit them on Highway 63 South, just across from the Phelps County Fairgrounds. Muffler Mart in Rolla. For more information or appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
Wow, Marianne, it's been another busy day here at Miller Glass.
Yes, it has, Kathy. Our auto glass guys have been rocking.
Yes, they have. Rock chips, windshield replacements, and regulators.
Yeah, and don't forget that we also do headlight restoration and side view mirror replacements.
Remember, there is no job too big or too small for the Miller Glass Auto team.
And we also have mobile service. At Miller Glass, we install it all.
Sydney's in Rolla reminds you they're open each week, Tuesday through Saturday from noon till 1:30 a.m. They also have great lunch specials every day and steak specials every Friday and Saturday night. First weekend of the month is prime rib. Then hand-cut ribeye steaks the rest of the weekends with more than 100 whiskeys to choose from or signature drinks and over a dozen beers on tap. See their Facebook for more details. Sydney, 707 North Pine, downtown Rolla.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
That comment from Vice President Biden was completely indefensible because, as Senator Baucus noted, China is competition. You know, one could say, look, we'll prevail in this competition. One could say we're better. But to say it's no competition at all is just clearly afactual. And I think that this is going to be an important issue. You know, people are talking about his son's investments in China and all the rest of it. Put that aside. That comment alone is going to be in one we're going to hear during the campaign if he ends up being the nominee.
Well, there's no doubt, looking just at the economic numbers and just how all of a sudden it is amassed to become the world's second largest economic power, and that it can control its economy to the degree it does, rig the trading system to the degree this president wants to address that, whether you agree with his approach or not. But to say that it is not the competition, I don't know. I think that's something that, whether you like the former vice president or not, that is going to come back to bite it.
All right, we're back on the show, and I think this is kind of disqualifying for Biden. You know, I think this is kind of bad. Hi there, welcome to the day. Is this who I think it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh, cool. You're even early. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready here for the secret I have to keep you secret now. You know that, right? Because Facebook plays games with me when I start mentioning you. So we're going to keep it just a little bit on the see what happens, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not. I know this is not your way to fight stuff, but I want to see. I'm experimenting, seeing what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, conservative investigative journalist, the most banned person on the planet, but a modern hero to those who know her. That includes me. The lowest link to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Laura the Illuminator Loomer. Well, they know about you. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, man, those people down there in Doolittle, well, they did more, and they came up here just to applaud you. So let me get this straight. Your dad and I, both elderly Jews, just went and got married in foreign countries. What is it about us old Jewish men fleeing the country to get hitched?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it was nice. It was an enjoyable time. I had a good time at the wedding, but it is interesting, right? You and my dad.
Where was this?
It was in the West Indies.
The West Indies. Okay, wait a minute. The West Indies. You don't have a place? You can't name it?
In Grenada.
Grenada. Okay, well, I remember that. Okay, sure. We were in the Bahamas. We were in the Great Exuma.
Nice.
Yeah, so did you catch the bouquet?
I did not, no. So I guess, I'm still going to be single for a while.
All right. Anyways, let's talk a little business here. Vox Corporation just stripped independent YouTube creators of their livelihoods, a.k.a. Steven Crowder and others. Were you amongst them?
No, I was not. But, look, this is clearly a targeted campaign against more establishment, mainstream-friendly, conservative content creators, people like Steven Crowder, who makes a lot of money every single month. Like, I'm told he's made up to $100,000 a month just on ad revenue from his YouTube. And so, this is just the left's further escalation of their attempts to ban and censor and deplatform all conservatives ahead of the 2020 presidential race.
So, is he going to join into the lawsuit there?
I don't know. It's probably going to have to be a separate lawsuit. I don't know if he plans on suing or not, but my lawsuit is not, it doesn't really pertain to this aspect. Mine is different in the sense that CARE is targeting me. I don't think CARE is targeting Steven Crowder.
I see. All right. Because he is kind of he's not as out there as you are. Let's put it that way. But he's also never really been supportive of anybody who's been banned, and now the tables are turned, and he's starting to wake up and realize that he's next. So, he's one of the few kind of elitist men's club conservatives who has really, grown to, over time, attack and not really support those who have been censored or deplatformed, and now he wants everyone to know that he's been monetized on YouTube, right? But he never stood up for me. He never stood up for Alex Jones. He never stood up for Tommy Robinson or Gavin McInnes or Milo. So, you reap what you sow. And while I'm against censorship and I'm against what the left is doing to these conservative content creators, right, we warned you, right? When I handcuffed myself to Twitter, I warned everyone that this was going to happen. And it was Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro who were mocking me and calling me crazy when I handcuffed myself to Twitter. So, now the tables are turned. Yeah, and you know what? They're playing games with your phone again, too, aren't they? Can you hear this? Are you there? Yeah, they're playing games with your phone again. I wonder who's doing that.
Oh, be very interesting to find out.
Yeah.
But,
Now, your name has come up a lot in the news lately. Laura Ingraham, of all people, has been mentioning you, amongst others, as part of this bias by the tech companies. They're talking about now breaking up the tech companies. Trump administrations and Congress are probing this. Is this going to do any good to stop the bias?
Well, it's a good start, right? The antitrust cases that are now being brought against the big tech social media companies is a good start in addressing these issues. And so I'm hoping that it is going to do something, but we will have to wait and see, right? Because these things are going to take a long time, and they're very complex issues, and nothing in Washington moves fast. My hope is that more people will start to speak out against this to the point where it just becomes such an unavoidable topic that something is done. Because now, thanks to a lot of the work and a lot of the activism and reporting that people like myself and other deplatformed individuals are doing, members of Congress, right, the presidents of the United States, senators, congressmen, they are now starting to speak out against this social media bias because it is so egregious right now that it is to a point where it cannot be ignored any longer.
It's your First Amendment rights, and they can hide behind the private business policy all they want. But if I start in my places of business, start discriminating against people because of their political beliefs, I couldn't get away with that. Why can they?
Exactly.
And I wouldn't do that. I like, my one thing in business is green. I like green. I like green money. And I don't care where it comes from, quite frankly. Hey, Yair Netanyahu, son of Bibi, he's a rising star in Israel, and he's a big fan of yours.
He is. He's a fan.
Yeah, and it's not a bad guy to have. I confirmed this with the rabbi, not that I don't believe you, but he is a rising star in Israel. And by the way, he's 27 years old. You ought to check this guy out. He's your age. Maybe you could, be the first woman of Israel.
Who knows? Maybe. Anything's possible, right?
All right. Well, yeah. All right. Hey, other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find and contribute to you?
People can go to lauraloomer.us and subscribe to my email list, and people can also read about my legal complaint and my lawsuit against Twitter and CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, at freeloomer.com, and that's where you can also donate to support my legal fund.
All right, and you know what, Laura, before I die, I'm going to invest in marijuana stocks. I want to go out on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura the Illuminator, Loomer, thank you so much for being a star in the Dave Weinbaum Show. Stay in touch.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, Laura the Illuminator. And that phone, you heard it.
Yeah, we didn't get cut off neither on Facebook.
We did not get cut off. So
not that I know of.
So we didn't play the song, and we didn't get cut off.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But the phone thing is something that it happens every time. Is it her phone? I don't think so. I know it's not our phone because we get calls all the time, and it doesn't do that.
I think they're messing with it.
But somebody's messing with her phones. Yeah. Very interesting. This is like Big Brother watching over you. All right. Back in the show. Call the show. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
We will do what has never been done. Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. I can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
All right, we're back in the Dave Weinbaum Show. That's always a hoot. I'm thinking we have a caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave.
Up.
Huh?
Yeah, there you are, Jim.
I'll have to call you back.
Hey, Jim, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Huh. All right, call me back. What the hell?
Okay.
All right. He's insisting that we're breaking up.
Maybe it was our phone.
I didn't know we were going steady, quite frankly. I thought I was. And by the way, I'm married. You know, and not that there's anything wrong with this, Jim, but it's just not my style. All right, anyways, back on the show. Call the show, 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest. Hi there again, I think. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm not breaking up with you anymore. This is the final one. We're done.
Oh, Jim!
I'm sorry.
What about the baby? What about the baby? You can't walk out of me now. Oh, that's terrible. That's just wrong. Especially in front of my wife. What the hell's that about?
Well, Dave, you know, it's a radio show. What can I say?
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody's got to hear it, right?
Why are we sinking into Howard Stern territory? I don't understand that, Stan. Why am I degenerating?
I don't know.
We're doing marijuana jokes, and we're doing sexual orientation jokes.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe I wasn't cut out to be a straight guy.
Well,
wait a minute, no.
know.
I am straight, but a straight man. You know, in terms of humor.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You're supposed to be the.
I mean, how are you supposed to be funny these days? Jerry Seinfeld can't go to college campuses anymore. Why? Because he does gay bits, and he can't do that anymore.
No, you can't.
You know, it's sad. Nobody has a sense of humor anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
Of course, if you tell a Jewish joke, I'm out there. I'm going to kick your ass. No, I'm not. Then I'm going to retort. I am going to retort with a joke about you if you do a Jewish joke.
Yeah. Sure.
And I've done that. As a stand-up comic, I did it with a black guy who gave me a lot of crap for being an old bald Jude. And I said something to him, and he got serious. You know? So anyways, what can I do for you today, Jim, besides fix your phone?
I wanted to congratulate you and your wife, being she's there with you this weekend. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, I went and proposed to my ex-wife the other day, and she said no. She believes I was just going after my money.
What? Wait a minute. You're proposing to your ex-wife because she believed that you were going after your money that you gave her, right?
No, because
she's already got the money. Well, now you're starting to break up again. What the hell's going on?
Well, you know, that was a makeup, so I got turned down.
Oh, okay. You got no luck at all. You know, I'll tell you what.
I know. I sit buying Powerball tickets and everything. Yeah. I never win any. You know what I mean? Hey, you guys have a good one.
Well, you know, my last relationship. Can I do this? Oh, don't listen to this, honey. You know, I said I walked in. It was like snowing a lot, and it was like 2 feet of snow in my car, and I had to get from Jeff City to Cuba, Missouri. I had an appointment. So she says to me, do you want to use my broom? I said, well, yeah, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. All right, so now my wife is mad at me again.
Hey, which one was you talking about there?
No, not this one. No. I got jokes about her. I can't tell them right now because I have to keep those hidden for now.
They'll never be ex jokes, though.
Wait a minute.
What?
So see,
all right,
she's mean. Look at her.
Thanks, Jim. Bye.
She's mean. Thank you, Jim. Thanks for getting me in trouble. All right, we're back on the show. We've got coming
you've had
up
some good luck in your life, though.
Yeah, okay, let's hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sort of kneeling.
Don't hurt yourself.
Lisa Strasser?
Yes, dear.
Will you marry me?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Yes.
David? Oh, my God.
Yes, David.
I had to peek my head in the door for this.
All right, you heard it, America. You're all witness to this madness.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh!
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Good job. Good job.
Oh, honey.
All right, listen to me. It'll get fixed. All right. I really did not have time. Come here. Don't pull up. You know, anybody can put up with me for 5 years. Actually, and before that, when she used to work for me when she was a teenager, deserves that. And I love you. And I hope we spend the rest of our lives together happily. All right? Oh, she's wow.
I'm speechless.
I know.
Thank you. I know you're happy about that.
Found a way, to get her speechless. Right. But that's not going to happen every day. So, all right. All right, enough of that. Jesse, you got pictures? Hold on.
Give him a big hand.
All right, yeah.
There you go.
All on KKID 92.9. We said history here. History. And I followed through, didn't I, honey?
Yes, you did.
Yes. And how did I behave the day of the wedding? I don't want to hear about before or after.
Why don't we talk about the day before?
No, because we're not talking about it. I actually was pretty good then, too. All right?
You were good the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't just good.
You and Aaron had a little too much fun at the pool.
Well, I couldn't help that. You feed me all this booze. It's it's all you can eat, all you can drink. And my son is feeding me booze all afternoon. It's hot out there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I got a little tipsy, and
and then you tried to sneak away that night. You didn't want to go out with us, and you tried to hide behind that ledge, and I saw your tummy.
You saw my tummy? We don't need to go there, do we? We do not need to go there. We do not need to go. No, stop it. We're degenerating. All right, I think we. What do you got there, Stan?
Well, I think this is something Lisa has to look forward to.
Okay.
The new Amazon Echo has everyone asking Alexa for help.
Alyssa, what time is it? What the hell is wrong with this blasted thing? Amanda!
But the latest technology isn't always easy to use for people of a certain age.
These kids done bought me a busted machine again. Odessa!
That's why Amazon partnered with AARP to present the new Amazon Echo Silver, the only smart speaker device designed specifically to be used by the greatest generation. It's super loud and responds to any name even remotely close to Alexa, so they can find out the weather.
Allegra, what is the weather outside?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Huh?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Where?
Outside.
What about it?
The temperature outside is 74 degrees and sunny.
I don't know about that.
The latest in sports.
Clarissa, how many did old Satchel strike out last night?
Satchel Paige died in 1982.
How many did he get?
Satchel Paige is dead.
He what now?
Died.
Who did?
Satchel Paige.
I don't know about that.
All right, well, Stan reminded me I should give credit to Saturday Night Live for not only that, but the Alexa stuff, and also we did another Alexa.
Trump
we
dog.
also did the Trump dog.
Yeah.
And that all came from Saturday Night Live. They're hard to watch, but occasionally they come up with some really funny stuff.
They do.
When they're not just all anti-Trump all the time.
Right.
There is some funny minds there, and I wish they'd focus a little bit more on being funny, and not so political, because most of their stuff is not funny,
right?
Or at least you can be anti-Trump and still be funny about it. I mean, the Trump dog was at least a conversation about Trump's negatives and positives,
right?
And it was funny.
It was,
so you can go there, and the Alexa thing wasn't political at all.
No.
It was about about us old people. Us old people.
Yeah, that's
Lisa's still young. But anyways, call the show 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. I think we're going to take a little break now, and after the call. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill. Salem.
Okay, well, as long as you pass the... actually, that's your identification, is the pause. You're a man. Are you going through menopause? Is that possible?
Probably
I think it's called menopause, isn't it?
Menopause. Bill from Salem. What can I do for you today, Bill?
Well, you talked a little bit about it, but about Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Calling for, she wants the president in jail.
Yeah.
They talk about, he wants to be a dictator, this, that, and the other. What kind of, be the second powerful person that's in the United States right now, calls for the leader when he's out of the state.
Yeah.
That she wants to imprison him.
Yeah, it's kind of treasonous, ain't it?
Well, treasonous. I mean, talk about coup. The other thing,
I don't think she. You know what? I don't think. Well, she doesn't think before she opens her big mouth, and that's something that if she doesn't regret saying that, she's a total idiot. All right. I mean, it's one thing to implore your constituents in the Congress not to impeach. It's another thing to go even a step further, that you're going to have him jailed somehow. I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's treasonous. There's no reason. They don't have any crimes. Oh, well, we'll find one. Yeah, sure. Well, that's not that means he's innocent until proven guilty, unless we change the Constitution somehow. And it seems like those who are in power in the Intel, the MSM, and some Democrats seem to think that they can declare somebody guilty of something without having a crime and without having a trial. So I agree with your point wholeheartedly. Lee.
And about the Hyde Amendment.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see the discussion that Greg Gudfeld had on it a little bit yesterday?
What's that?
Did you happen to see the discussion that Greg Gudfeld had on that yesterday?
I don't know whether I did or I didn't. I know I had him on and off. What was it referring to?
Well, he was referring to how the Hyde Amendment is that, you can't use my tax dollars to pay for
an abortion. Right, okay.
Right. And he said, that's kind of, and he referred back to the slavery days. He goes, that was, what kind of caused, you couldn't use my money to buy yourself a slave and that kind of thing. And
right.
Juan Williams got up. He goes, well, I don't think the slaves had much say in that. And Gudfeld looked at him and goes, then what do the babies have?
Hello. Hello. What are you thinking about, Juan?
The look on his face was just like, oops.
I caught pieces of that. I didn't get that part. So I was busy changing between golf and the 4, or the is it the 5? Yeah, the 5.
5.
Yeah. So, but Greg Gudfeld is very good. I use him a lot on the show. So, all right. Well, listen, you're eligible for the fabulous McDonald's gift card, $35 gift card, and the MAGA hat.
And which knee did you hurt? Is it your left knee, your right knee, or your high knee?
All right, another jokester.
Oh my God! I heard Bill, that you tried to donate your brain to science, but they're only taking used ones. All right, got your back.
Thank you, Bill.
Anyways, thank you so much, Bill, from Salem. You too. All right, we're going to take a break right now. This will be the 5th break, right? 5 break. All right, and soon we'll have the matchmaker, DeAnna Lorraine. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
KKID Salem Rolla.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
The next time you need work on your vehicle, head to Muffler Mart on Highway 63 across from the Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. It's been over 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto repair experience. Says mufflers, but they do it all. And now you can visit them on Highway 63 South, just across from the Phelps County Fairgrounds. Muffler Mart in Rolla, For more information or appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
The Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger is one of McDonald's most popular burgers in Spain. To try one, you'd have to reprogram your GPS,
recalculate it,
go to the airport, leave your car, buy a plane ticket, land in Madrid, and go to McDonald's.
Bienvenida a McDonald's.
Or you could hang that next left and get to your neighborhood McDonald's now. Because for a limited time, the juicy Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger and other worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
Al West Collision Center in Rolla is looking for experienced technicians to work in the Rolla locations. 2 years experience is required. Al West offers a competitive benefits package and compensation program. Al West Collision has been voted #1 collision center in the area. Are you motivated and ready to move up in the world? Send your resume to admin@alwestcollision.com or drop by 713 Houston Road in Rolla. For more information, call 573-364-8999. Al West Collision is an equal opportunity employer.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net, at the Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
They clearly intended to mislead the court into thinking they had a credible source that was enough to justify intruding on the privacy of an American citizen. Every civil libertarian ought to be concerned about this process.
Let me stay on the issue of civil libertarians for just a second and ask Greg Jarrett this. When the deputy FBI director got a call from General Flynn, day 4 of the Trump presidency, do I need a lawyer? And was told no. And then James Comey bragging that he took advantage of the chaos, something he'd never do in the Obama or Bush administrations, sent his agents over for a perjury trap because they had already illegally unmasked and leaked the surveillance and knew exactly what Flynn had said. He was a sitting duck, and they told him not to get a lawyer. Case should be closed, thrown out of court.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did it under the pretext of the Logan Act, which was not violated. So that was another lie.
And Flynn just fired his lawyers. Does that mean that he is now going to rescind his guilty plea? They set him up.
Yeah,
they said he didn't need a lawyer. And Comey's bragging about this? What a jerk. What a total jerk. All right, well, we got DeAnna Lorraine coming up in a couple of minutes. She's already she's twittering out the notice. I got a guy who probably doesn't want his name used, Gary Carroll, sending me a few jokes. He says, do you know the 3 rings of marriage? Honey, listen up. There's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. All right, and another one. I don't understand this next one. What one food substance can you eat only one time in your life, and it can cause you to gain up to 40 pounds?
No.
Wedding cake. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Don't quit your day job. You know, we're looking for all sorts of good meats coming up now. He's a star now of the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Yeah,
oh my God,
is.
he's going to tell all his friends and relatives. All right, 3 minutes. We got DeAnna Lorraine. I just warned her, and I think she's ready to go because she's sending out notices on Twitter. So isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So until she calls, though, well, we're going to play her song. Because they don't seem to have a problem with that song.
Yeah.
Watch them take it down now. You know, they're playing games with us here.
Well, you know, we ought to be
and
able to
Pastor
play one of those other songs.
Pastor Pat's listening to the show, and she says, Dave, it's very interesting that because when that interruption came on the phone, the radio also got real fuzzy, and up until that time, it was real clear. That's when Laura Loomer was on, and we heard clicks and funny sounds on her phone. That's been going on every week she calls.
Right.
So that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm experimenting to see where this thing is going.
Sure.
And what to do about it, but this can't last.
All right, well.
All right.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
All right, very shortly we're going to hear from DeAnna Lorraine, and while we're waiting for her to call, she's out there promoting the show now. I hope she doesn't forget that there's another part of this and that she has to actually call in. So, and she will. She's great. Hey, America, guess this. America now sees fake news as worse than terrorism. If you took CNN, all their primetime shows, Tucker Carlson, just with his show alone, beats all of them combined. They're in out of business kind of range. They're like their whole audience is like 1/10 the population of New York City. That's it.
Yeah. And not to mention they're paying to be in airports.
Yeah, and they're paying these guys big money. Anderson Cooper and Don Lemon,
yeah,
and these
smartest
idiots.
guy in TV.
Wow, and what's the governor in New York's name?
Cuomo? No.
Yeah, Cuomo. Yeah. His brother is on there.
Oh God.
You know, I mean, these guys are just sorry jerks, and they're totally phony.
Yep.
You can't. I see some. Well, I mean, DeAnna's on there. I mean, she's been on CNN a lot.
Yep.
And this Madison Giesgo, something like that. I can't remember her last name. Cute gal was like in the finals of Miss America.
Wow.
From Miss Ohio.
She's on Twitter with us.
But she's I send her a lot of stuff, and she's liked some of my stuff. But she's pretty intelligent. Why? I guess, when you're young and you got a chance to go somewhere on a national network, you go. Because now she's been on MSNBC. Who are you going to turn down? Would I turn down MSNBC? I've been on liberal radio before I did this.
Yeah.
I was on a show in San Diego, and that was a pretty good experience for radio because I knew they didn't like me. I knew they hated me, as a matter of fact, and I was up there so they could eviscerate a conservative. And I beat them on their own platform. All right, I think I know who this is. Hi, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is DeAnna Lorraine, live coming from L.A.
You are on time, woman. Thank you so much for calling. And we just played your song for you. Let me give you an introduction. Worthy of you, Your Highness. A goddess, ladies and gentlemen. She is passionate about making love great again. Star of TV, radio, blogging, author, and speaker. She is challenging Nancy Pelosi in 2020 and the matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, DeAnna Lorraine. Oh, my God, they got a little loud there. These people are from Normal, Illinois. There's a reason why I can't go into Normal, Illinois, but you know what? I don't want to talk about it here.
It's called Normal, Illinois?
Normal, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
There is such a town as Normal, and they won't let me in for some reason. I don't understand that. You showed a video of a crazy leftist spitting at a Latino woman in the face. Now, he's clearly a bully, and he was there amongst a bunch of other men and things like that. Why doesn't someone face up to him?
Oh, you guys have got to see this video on my Twitter. It's I just had left this rally when that happened. So a friend of mine.
Yeah, you were there. You were an eyewitness to this, right?
Yeah, I honestly have to be honest because I don't want to be fake news. I was there the whole time, and then right after I left was when that happened.
Okay.
So I wish I was right there. Or maybe I don't wish I was there. But a friend sent me the video of here's what happened right when you left.
Well, I'm not saying you should go up and beat the guy up. I mean, you're a tiny little thing. You're
Everyone also said, wow, there's all these conservatives there who are typically stronger than leftists. And even though this guy was a huge, not that color makes any difference, but he was a huge, very strong-looking black man that was just way taller than most people there. And it was pretty scary. So everyone said, why didn't all these conservatives just beat the hell out of him? Because he was provoking fights.
I mean, he walks up to a woman and spits in her face. How brave could this guy be? Is my point.
He pulled over on the side of the road just to see, because we were all just minding our own business at this rally, and he just provokes a fight. He pushes people. He's yelling at old men, going crazy, saying that we're racist.
So how brave is he? I've gotten into fights like that. I mean, I was younger, but still, I almost got into a fight a couple weeks ago with a guy that was bigger and probably about his age, and I was ready to go. Of course, he would have beat the hell out of me. I might not be alive today, but I see a lack of response to that kind of viciousness. That's an assault on. So he assaulted a woman, and I would have thought that somebody would have been brave enough to stand up to him. And either go toe-to-toe, face-to-face, and make the guy back down, or do your best to kick his ass.
But here's the reason why. Yes, I agree with you, but here's the reason why. One simple reason is they would find the one clip where the conservative punched him, the black guy, and it would be all over the news.
Who cares? Who the hell cares? Who cares?
I care. We care.
Why?
We're tired of having.
So if you're a black guy, you get to go spitting in a Latino woman's face, and if you reciprocate as a white person, you're the racist. Is that correct? Is that how it works? Not where I grew up, and I grew up with a lot of black guys.
We need to stop this because we're tired of having the narrative be that we're the only ones provoking violence when we're usually actually never the ones provoking violence. And what happened at the end which was not caught on camera, was when he was cuffed in the back of the cop car with his family watching. By the way, he had his family in his car. How irresponsible is that? Then he gets arrested. And when he's in the back of the cop car with his cuffs on, I guess a couple of the Trump supporters went over and talked to him when he was more docile and said, look, we are not racist. We are here to love. We're here to celebrate America. We are not here to provoke any fights. And they had apparently some long conversation with him, and eventually he admitted, you know what, I'm going to go home and think about this because I didn't realize that, I was lied to so much by the media, and I'm seeing a different side of conservatives that I hadn't seen before. So thank you. And he ended up thanking the conservatives. Now, I don't know if this is going to turn into this huge breakthrough for him or if this was just a momentary epiphany.
There should have been a breakthrough for him that was different, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And we can all be friends in the end of it. When you assault a woman and you're out there trying to beat up on old people, what you got there. You got a coward. And somebody probably would, if faced up with him, he might have gotten a reckoning before that. And now we don't even know about that until you're talking about it. And yet this guy got away with bullying a lot of people there without a response. And I was just asking the rabbi today on the show, I said, what happened to the Jewish Defense League? It used to be a Jewish Defense League that would go out and patrol the streets so it was safe for Jews in New York City, places like that. I'm tired of these people thinking, people thinking they can get away with cold cocking us if we're wearing a MAGA hat.
I am tired of it too. I'm tired of it, and we need to, and it's the Maxine Waters, it's the Nancy Pelosi's and everything, and Al Sharpton.
Well, they're not out there saying stop the violence, are they? They're not saying a damn word about it, are they? They're encouraging it.
And they're teaching the kids. I mean, imagine this guy had young kids in the car. He had young kids, maybe 12, 14 years old. They're going to grow up thinking it's completely okay to pull over on the side of the road, and because someone's wearing a MAGA hat, you go and punch them and provoke them and attack them. That's what they're going to be thinking, and it's disgusting. Exactly,
and it becomes evident to other people out there watching that particular video without knowing what happened later, and seeing that, hey, this is okay to do. What are these idiots going to do? They're not going to fight back.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to fight back on this stuff. You got to make a stand.
Even if it gets on the news and they show the one clip, then you're right. We really do need to fight.
I know. I'm talking from the safety of a radio station, but I know what I've done. I know who I fought, and I know who I've stood up to, and it didn't matter to me what color they were. It didn't matter if they were black, white, or whatever. If you're going to push me around, I'm going to generally stand up to you. And you're probably at this age, I can't fight like I used to. You're probably going to beat the hell out of me or kill me, but I'm not going to take that kind of crap and get pushed around.
We need to bring back sort of the Wild West, or just civil decency, where we didn't have to tattletale on each other, but we had respect for each other, and we would solve things without getting the police involved. It's become to the point, the one thing I was grateful for was when the cops came, they did immediately identify him as the attacker and provoker, and they slapped handcuffs on him. And that was a blessing.
I wonder why. I wonder if he's done this before.
I don't know, but it's clear from the video, if you check on my Twitter, he is enraged. And what's scary and disturbing is that kind of rage. I mean, the face, he looks demonic. That kind of rage that's completely unprovoked is sad, because it's completely fabricated. It's all based on a brainwashed indoctrination that white people are racist and Trump supporters are racist. I don't know if you caught it, but there was one part where he said this old man was defending himself, saying, why are you so angry? Why do you hate us so much? And and the black guy says, because you hate the color of my skin, that's why. Because you guys hate the color of my skin. Yeah. And everyone's in disbelief, saying, when did we say that we hated black people?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, it's delusional, and it's people got to understand that if you're going to do that kind of thing, there will be physical retribution, because people should not take that. And you know what? You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your children. You got to protect your women. And that's coming. If you're a man, you got to stand up for that stuff. Sure, you're right. You want to call the cops? Fine, but let's not let this guy get away with this stuff. Once they assault you, anyone, white, black, or anybody, you got to stand up to them. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're right.
I'm looking out the studio. I'm seeing if anybody's waiting for me out there. Holy cow! Hey, listen.
We're just going to keep going down this hole. We're going to keep going down to civil collapse, and they're going to keep pushing us around.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about. Now, you used to go on CNN a lot. Did you? Do you still go there?
CNN?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I was on there was maybe 3 weeks or a month ago.
But now you have your own shows, right?
I do. Yes. Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You got shows, not just a show, but your shows. The Culture War with DeAnna, Lorraine, and Drew Berquist. Is that right?
Yeah, Headlines Tonight with Drew Berquist is on One American News Network on Saturdays, which I'm filming all day today for, by the way. So stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to be in LA all day long filming interviews.
Oh, cool.
And then the Winning the Culture War with DeAnna Lorraine is on OpsLens. And you can also check OpsLens, and then you can download the app if you have an app like for iPhone, and then you can check my YouTube channel for all the videos afterwards as well.
Now, I know you're aware of this, but clearly San Francisco and L.A. are degenerating into garbage-filled, rat-infested disease pits. Now, isn't L.A. in Nancy's district?
L.A. is not in Nancy's district, although you would think it. L.A. is part Maxine Waters' district, and Adam Schiff.
Really?
And Ted Lieu. But mostly the dirty parts of L.A. is Maxine Waters and Adam Schiff. Mostly.
So, what would you do if you were the representative of? Now, who runs San Francisco? Is that Nancy?
That's Nancy.
That's Nancy. Okay.
Nasty Nancy.
So they're having the same situation up there. Liberal-run cities, And so these are the most gentlest people, the highest tax people in the world. Why? Because they care. And yet this problem is clearly
bleeding heart liberals.
In a lot of Democratic run, even Washington D.C. has this problem. New York has this problem. What would you do to fix this problem?
Well, for one, I would have monthly cleanup days, city cleanup days, where and get many people involved, and we can go around and actually, take a whole day and clean up trash, clean up things from the city. Wear latex gloves, of course, but have set an example that we need to clean up our cities, and we want to keep them clean, and set an example for people to keep them clean. And then secondly, I would start addressing the homeless problem. There's just so much homeless and mental disease and suffering on the streets that we would need to address. Do we need to bring, create more big homeless shelters, and then get them into the system to actually have jobs and clean them up? Do we need to create more drug centers so we can get them clean and off the streets and then get into jobs? What do we need to do to address the root of the problem? And that is not being addressed at all in these cities.
Well, why not? They got the money. They raised taxes on everybody to take care of this specifically, didn't they?
Right, exactly.
What are they doing with the money?
And, the major source of homelessness is either mental disorder or drug abuse. And, we can address that, and we can start getting them back to jobs, back to reality. There is, if we can have the First Step Act to get prisoners out back into the real world,
right,
and into jobs, then why can't we do the same with homeless Americans?
Now, some of them would be
homeless Americans suffering,
may not,
especially the veterans.
Some may not be able to go back because of mental illness, but sure, there's some you could save and get them back.
And then these others, we can potentially at least get them off of the streets and maybe into a better environment. And we just need to start addressing the root of the issues. And then, of course, what even creates, for instance, runaways, right? Runaways, the most major source of runaway children, teenagers, and adults are fatherless homes. About 90% of runaways come from homes that don't have present fathers.
Okay.
And why aren't we addressing that family structure issue? We're not.
So give me an update on your social life. What's going on with you?
My social life is pretty busy right now. It's I'm having fun, and I'm praying that love comes my way, that is someone who is compatible with me and that is on my journey. And, even me as the matchmaker, I get frustrated sometimes because all I want is to have a family and have that next step. But I want it to be right, and I certainly...
Well, we're praying for you as well. Right, Lisa?
Thank you.
Yes, I think they ought to make a Hallmark movie with you as the star.
Yeah.
And then you can find a guy like they always do, and at the end of the movie, you're going to be hooked up.
Stan is living in La La Land. Stan is out there in his own homeless situation there.
Hey, my home's paid for. I ain't got
those who make things happen usually win.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to make it happen somehow.
Yeah.
So DeAnna, here's some advice for me. Make it happen, Captain. Make it happen. All right. Okay. Well, we love you out here too. So.
I'm praying.
All right. Yeah. So other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
You can get my amazing book, Make Love Great Again, on Amazon. And you can definitely subscribe to my YouTube and my Twitter and Instagram, DeAnna T. Lorraine. And YouTube is just DeAnna Lorraine. Definitely hit the subscribe and the notification button to receive almost daily videos. And then One America News Network, Headlines Tonight with Drew Berquist, will air tomorrow night and every Saturday at 10 p.m. and 12 a.m. Eastern.
Cool.
And definitely check it out. It's a fun show. It's like Saturday Night Live, but for conservatives.
Hey, DeAnna, the only bad thing about a rainbow is you can't tie your hair with it. Ladies and gentlemen, DeAnna Lorraine, all the way from L.A., thank you so much for being a star on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Thank you, as usual.
Thanks,
Love
DeAnna.
you guys.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, isn't she a sweetheart?
She is.
She'll find what she's looking for someday. Someday over the rainbow.
No.
What? No?
No singing.
Why?
Please. Because.
I think it's time for Weinbaum.
From Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's Hits of 2017. Listen to the unique singing style of your favorite radio host, Dave Weinbaum, as he belts out songs like
Snowflake. You know you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling. Whoa, that hateful feeling.
How about this?
As you wish me hell, to everyone you could tell that you'd been spying over
Caller, sing along.
me, spying over me. Then you spread your views to the mainstream news.
And timeless memories like
You don't know me. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me. I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not sold in any stores.
Thank
and
God.
if you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely free with your order.
Now listen up. This is educational.
Kiss my tuchus, putz. I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones.
That's true.
I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny,
And what do you know about singing? What the hell? I mean, I'm good. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from, Martin?
Well,
how did I know it was you? How did I know it was you?
I'm right by the emergency room right now.
Why do you always call when I play that thing?
Oh my God! I dialed in and I heard that go, and I said, "The Lord hates me." That's
that's just wrong. Did you get your prizes?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so God does not hate you. You won the contest last week.
That's right.
All right.
I've got one sort of saying than a serious thing about D-Day. Okay, if you
okay, go ahead.
Lisa, to the lovely Lisa,
yes.
I understand what happened. It's not your fault. Okay? He told you were dehydrated and you needed to be wine-drated.
Oh,
and what he did is he got you wine bombed so you could get a wine bomb. Let me tell you.
Oh, no.
But, you know,
that was pretty good. Wine drated and then wine bombed. That wasn't bad.
I got one.
You're smarter than you look. I'll tell you that much.
Well, nobody attacks me in that MAGA hat because they know if they hit me, I might fall on them. So they just run like hell. I mean, run like crazy. Let me tell you.
There you go.
Now, seriously, guys, I want to tell you something about. Let me turn that. I want to tell you something about D-Day that I didn't hear anyone talk about. I was
What's
shocked. Everyone talks about Omaha and why Omaha Beach was so terrible. One person did bring out that they were supposed to blow holes in the sand to leave little craters for them to maneuver if they had to place to place. But rightfully, they also brought up that it was sighted in, and so it wouldn't have helped them that much. But the thing that killed the whole effort to undo the defenses of the enemy was the Army Air Corps. They refused to bomb running parallel to the beach.
Yeah.
Instead, because they said it was too dangerous.
What?
They said they would the guns would be waiting for them, and shooting them down right and left. And so what they did is they came in from the ocean and used their, their the Norden bomb sites to drop the bombs. Now, as it's coming in perpendicular to the beach, unfortunately, it went past the beach itself and landed just beyond the defenses. If they had only had the Germans back a mile from the beach, they'd all been killed, but they weren't. So much smoke that when they started shelling the beach for guys to come in, a fair portion of it went beyond. They couldn't tell because there was too much junk in the air from.
I was wondering about that too. Where was the Air Force when this was taking place? We have an amazing Air Force between us and Britain, the UK. Yeah. I realize the Germans had adequate defenses, but still, why weren't the positions of the Germans bombed and strafed before they came to the beach? It would have saved a lot of people, wouldn't it have?
Well, if you run parallel to it, you can get very accurate on your bombing. But if you're just coming in perpendicular to the site from the ocean, and you drop those bombs and they carry beyond where you were planning them to be, which that's happened many times in the war.
Well, they had to know. They had to know where
Bradley had.
They had to know where the Germans were. I mean, they did reconnaissance on that. They had to know where their people were. And they knew where they were dug in. They knew where they were. They had their stationary weapons at, and they weren't going to move those. So I don't know. You got a great point.
Here again, the problem is when you're coming in from the ocean.
Yeah.
You've got air. You got winds that you can't calculate for on that day. You got all sorts of things. Are you getting ready to? Yes. Yes, I'm on the radio right now, but I'll be right here. Yeah, but that's the problem.
What happened? Did your wait a minute? Was that your warden?
Well, I'm out here at the Wally World, and they've got me my special golden chariot to ride in.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
I wanted to call you and talk about D-Day because it's one of the real sad travesties of the whole effort. There was one other thing about that position. They had the very best of the German soldiers that were there, unlike some of the other positions that had people that were conscripted from satellite Nazi-held territories.
Yeah.
And they weren't nearly the fighters that they had there at Omaha Beach. And they went tooth and nail with them to the last.
Well, hindsight is very wonderful, and I'm sure they have reasons why they didn't strafe them, but I'm sure in hindsight they would have done it a little differently, but it was, in the long run, successful. It did save Europe, and it saved possibly the world, and whoever participated in it deserves our love and respect. All right, I got to go, my friend. I got another interview at 11:30, so, okay?
All right.
Thanks, Martin. Thank you so much. Appreciate your service, too. All right, Martin, pretty smart guy, Not as he doesn't look smart,
funny.
But he is funny. and I did call it. You did not tell me he was on the phone. Whenever I do that music,
I didn't know.
All right,
who it was.
listen to me. Let's. How long is this break? Is this a long one or what?
It's 4 minutes.
Do we have time? I don't think we have time.
Okay, well, we can wait.
All right, we'll wait because we're going to get through this. This is the 6th break, right?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So call the show. We got. Well, I don't know who that is, but hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Bridget out of Maine.
Hi, Bridget. How you doing? You got to be quick. I got the caller in
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Well, then okay.
It's 5 minutes.
You know, Martin is a Second World War buff.
Yeah.
Yes.
He knows it all.
Now, is that are you being facetious or does he?
No, he does. He really does.
Okay.
No kidding about it.
Yeah, we should have bombed the Germans, shouldn't we have? We should have bombed their where they were hiding with all the guns and stuff, waiting to ambush our boys.
Well, back then my dad carried me around, so I wasn't around. But whatever had to be done, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did it, and they had their reasons back then. I'm sure in hindsight, you could address it. It seems like a pretty logical thing that if you have stationary armed areas that's preventing you from going to the beach, that you bomb the hell out of them first, and then you send the men. It would have saved a lot of lives, but hindsight.
It was a terrible day, though.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It was a terrible, terrible day.
But it turned out to be a terrible, terrible day for Hitler, too, and for the Nazis.
Let me tell you, that son of a bitch, excuse my language, I shouldn't have said that, but he'll get it tripled back. What goes around comes around.
Yeah, one thinks. We don't know.
Lisa, please, don't let him sing again. Gosh, he can't hold a tune.
I know, but he won't listen.
I know, Papa him every now and then.
We're practically crying over here. He won't listen.
Why do I have women attacking me all of a sudden? What did I do?
It's your singing.
You're singing. It's
my
horrible.
singing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Jealousy is not. It's just not a good thing. It's not a good look for women. It's jealousy. This stuff about my singing. You know it's good. You know it's good. All right, listen. Here's my caller. Thank you, Bridget. Hi to your son, Michael. Thank you. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I think I know who this is, but what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Amy Hakim calling from Boca Raton, Florida.
It's not just Amy Hakim. It's Dr. Amy Hakim. We're going to play your song for you. So, Stan, hit it if you got it. There you go.
Now, if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, bad boss expert, motivational speaker, author, mirror aficionado, and the official shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show. God knows now that she's married. My beautiful wife, Lisa, needs it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim. All your southern Florida people are up here, and I don't know, it must be empty day there on the beach. Dr. Amy, hi, how you doing? You doing okay?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. Hey, listen, why is it so hard for people to admit fault when it truly is their fault?
I think when we take ownership, then admitting fault or admitting guilt can make it so that we are then seen as less than perfect. And sometimes there's something called impression management, where we act in a certain way and we put forth our best behavior, almost like the way we might be the first date or when we first meet someone, and we want to keep that facade up instead of being true to ourselves and actually owning the situation. So when we can show that we're human and that we have faults, and all of us have made mistakes, multiple mistakes throughout our lives, when we are able to say, hey, I messed up here, then we are sharing that, in fact, we are not perfect, and that this impression that we've hoped to create is not particularly 100% true.
Now,
that's very difficult for people.
I've dealt with a lot of management that seems to think it's my way or the highway. And if it doesn't work when they coerce you into doing it their way, they point the finger at you anyways and say, it's your fault. You didn't execute my plan. I've seen that happen time after time after time.
If you do it and you don't do it well, you're incorrect. And if you go against them, you could be incorrect. So that's
there's no winning
scenario.
the situation except to keep your own measure of humanness, that you are protesting against what you think is wrong. And time and time again, in my case, I've been proven right, and they've been wrong, and they are no longer in their positions, and I still am in mine. That's the only benefit.
You often come full circle, and when we are able to see that, we shouldn't act in a certain way in order to get, I don't believe, revenge on someone else or to prove them wrong. But when it ends up happening that individual, is in a less than desirable state or place, sometimes, I've definitely seen things come full circle. And do you think people get what they put out in this world?
Well, sometimes people like that, when they were younger and not into top management, they got their top management because they listened to people below them and executed some of the things that their managers wouldn't do. It's an incredible thing. And then once they get into power, They decide that everyone else is an idiot somehow all of a sudden, and they have the only ideas that are worth executing, and if you don't do it, we're going to put our thumb down on you.
You know, the best leaders are those who are able to say, I don't have all the answers, and because these are my specific skill sets, I'm going to surround myself with those individuals who can complement my skill set. And when we're able to do that and learn from others and fully say, you know, hey, this isn't my strength, but this is yours. What do you suggest? And taking those kinds of things into consideration not only create a more spirited, empowered team, but also a better end product, whether it be an initiative or a project or an overall vision or goal for the organization.
How important is it to fix blame? Or are there better, more subtle ways to change behaviors besides bashing blame on people?
I definitely think that we should be constructive in our approach and recognize, regardless of who is at fault, that there are always more than one individual in a particular situation. So it takes two to tango. Two people or more cause the conflict. One person isn't by him or herself causing every issue. So if we start placing blame or passing the buck without taking any ownership for our role, whether it be big or small, in the scenario, then it can really cause some worse situations perhaps than staying silent. Being constructive when providing feedback, if sharing something, say to an upper manager about even his or her behavior or the behavior of someone who might be a beloved employee, it's important to be constructive in that approach. Instead of complaining, say, you know, this particular situation or this action causes me to not be able to do my job as effectively. Here's what I suggest. And being positive and proactive in a response instead of just whining and complaining can really help to be seen in a better light. So we're not necessarily, while we are officially casting blame in that this person did this, being more constructive in the approach and letting those who are making those decisions determine whether blame should be made or, you know, any particular, repercussions should be at that level, at that management level.
Now, Dr. Amy, I know that you would have no idea about this, but I can be a little confrontational. There's no way you know anything about that. But I in later years now I'm trying to figure out, okay, I wait on things. I wait to see, at least if I'm really mad about something, or I try to wait on the next morning and try to think again about the problem. Usually I come up with a much better solution after sleeping on something than when I'm in a rage about something before.
Mm-hmm.
And
take a pause. Take a beat.
I try to take a
even
pause.
if it's taking 10 seconds before retorting.
Yeah.
But if you can wait longer, my mom, when I was growing up, used to talk about the rule of 5. So if you look at your hand and you have 5 fingers, so is this going to bother me in 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 months, 5 years? You can keep going on.
Well, it depends on.
So, but if it's something that's going to bother you, and 5 days, 5 months, 5 years, then the 5 days, but 5 months from now, then it may be worth talking about. 5 years from now, it may be worth addressing, or definitely. But if it's something that is only, something that in 5 minutes you'll be better, then that instance, like if you're talking the next morning, you have a better idea or a better way to handle or tackle it. Similarly, maybe it's something you just drop. And so I sometimes, I definitely encourage my kids to follow that rule of 5 and just think about it. And sometimes we can choose our battles more effectively.
Well, yeah, and then it's an excellent point as long as you don't use all your fingers.
Well, sometimes we have to go to our toes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I was talking about one particular finger, but that's, Hey, what's the difference between a group and a team?
Oh, well, so a group of people is literally just a bunch of people, bystanders, say, at a football game. But a team is a bunch of people who are working interdependently to get a job done. So interdependence is the true key difference between a group and a team. And so many people talk about teams and teamwork, but there is no interdependence. There is maybe, an authoritative leader or one person who forces individuals to do other things or not allowing people to think or contribute based on their skill sets. So we always want to encourage that interdependence so that groups do become teams where appropriate, especially
now, the Rabbi and I, the Rabbi from Ephrata, Israel, Israel. We're in. He stayed with us a couple days last week, and we went to a church, Pastor Pat's church. She's listening right now, and she gave us a pep talk. He goes around the country talking to not only synagogues but churches about aligning Jews and Christians. And he's got 200 contacts, 200 churches that he does this in, and it's growing. Now, Pastor Pat was his first church here in Rolla, Missouri. That's where I met him. And she gave a talk about us being on a team, that we're on the same team. I thought I was in football practice again. I tell you what, I was looking for somebody to hit.
No, but teamwork is so important.
Well, she's so right, too.
One of those buzzwords. They're overused because really, very infrequently are there true teams. That interdependence is the key factor. And how often do you truly rely on every member you're working with? How often do you know that that person has your back? When you're in that environment, then you really have a team.
Other than DaveWeinbaum.net, where can people find you?
Well, my book, Working with Difficult People, is sold anywhere books are sold. It's also in audio and ebook formats. I have a website, cooperstrategicgroup.com. You can also access it by amycooperhakim.com. Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Handle is at Amy Cooper Hakim.
Dr. Amy, how do you know a goat is funny?
How?
He's a real kidder. Kidder.
Well, I can tell that one to my kids. I like that.
I try to do that with you. I try to do the I try to do
G-rated ones for me.
Yeah, you got the PG
joke.
PG joke, right? So you get all those. Your husband's something different, though. I take it out on him. All right, say hello to Elad and the kids, and Shabbat Shalom, my friend.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. We need a break right now. I can't include all these people on it because, I got so many of them now, and they're all great. But, 5 interviews is the limit. And I thought we handled it very well. They were all live today.
I thought they were great.
Maybe we do the live interviews and not schedule the thing on Thursdays.
There you go.
What do you think?
All right with us.
I don't know. It's less work for you. Of course, it's okay with you.
Hey, I'll do whatever I need to
I know. All right, we're back on the show. You got just minutes to get on the show and be eligible for the fabulous McDonald's gift card, $35. That's a lot of McDonald's food.
It is.
And the beautiful MAGA hat that, both me and Stan are wearing.
That's
right. Call the show, 573-364-4433, and get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips & More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips & More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Raleigh.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Wow, Kathy, it's been another busy day here at Miller Glass.
Yes, it has, Marianne. What were some of the phone calls that you had today?
Glass tabletops, screen repairs, window replacements, someone broke their patio door mowing. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, and don't forget about the glass shower doors, screen rooms, and awnings that we do.
Miller Glass is like one-stop shopping for any type of glass that you might need.
And don't forget, our team has over 30 years of experience.
At Miller Glass, we install it all.
The strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Silverados have arrived at Fairground Auto Plaza. Get 0% APR for 72 months or $9,015 in total value on the all-new 2019 Crew Cab LT All-Star Z71 for well-qualified buyers with GM financing. Check out everything Fairground Auto Plaza has to offer. Visit Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Moving, let's talk about Salem, Missouri, and what we have to offer. We are located in the center of Missouri, center of the USA, with a great school system, college, beautiful country club. Rivers within 1 hour drive include Jack's Fork, Piney, Gasconade, Merrimack, and 2 state parks. If you're looking to enjoy life with recreation or just enjoy life, call VIP Properties, Pat Tackett Broker, 103 East 4th Street, Salem, Missouri, 573-729-7622.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
The most important question will be to get Christopher Steele to nail down the meeting that occurred in the fall of 2016 in which the FBI, armed with his phony document, went back to him and said, we will pay you a bonus of $50,000 if only, Mr. Steele, you can verify this. And, of course, he couldn't because it was anonymous information based on multiple hearsay. He never got paid the $50,000. So the important part is...
The New York Times is saying it was likely Russian disinformation from the beginning.
Whether it's phony information that he conjured or whether it's disinformation or both, and I suspect it's both, doesn't matter. It's wrongful, unverified information. And the failure to be able to pay the $50,000 bonus in the fall only shows you that when they went to the FISA court, they already knew it was unverifiable and Steele couldn't on his own verify it.
All right, we're back on the show. And Biden's got a lot, as Ricky used to say to Lucy, Biden got a lot of explaining to do.
Yep.
The official trip to China, and his kid Hunter gets $1.5 billion China investment in the son's hedge fund. And then he threatens the Ukraine, who is investigating Hunter Biden with sanctions to stop giving them money. Well, guess what? They dropped the investigation of Hunter. This is on official trips from the government as a acting vice president.
Right,
welcome to the Dave Weinbaum. I'm sorry, go ahead.
He got the guy fired, too. The guy that was investigating it. Yeah.
Right. Hey there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Chris from Salem. How you doing, Dave?
Good. How are you, Chris?
Lisa.
Hello. How are you?
All right. Hey, how about on the back of those Trump hats, we get "Make My Day"?
Yeah, well.
So you go flipping around my hat or saying something, just make my day, man.
Make my day. Yeah, you know what? That's a little bit threatening, but hey, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of this crap. We what's wrong with what's wrong with "Make America Great Again"? I mean, that is a very positive. I mean, people like Obama have used that, and so when did this become the KKK hood? Right. It's just so much BS, and people stop wearing it, and therefore it is successful in containing the message from Trump.
Right.
And it's successful in containing the message from all of us who support him. What's that?
I say it's media mind control. They're trying to control everybody through the media.
I had to take special measures today not to play Laura Loomer's song because I believe that's why they cut off my Facebook streaming on the show. And sure enough, they did not kill the streaming.
of the show, even though I play other music on the show. But they did mess with the phones, I believe. And I don't know how they do it or why they do it, but they're so... and this woman has not done anything wrong. Nothing. Nada. I checked it out.
She told the truth, and she's effective.
Yeah.
That's what she's done.
Yeah.
Wrong.
And, all right.
What's your thoughts on militias with everybody and the gun issue and people protecting themselves and all these things starting up? What do you what's your view on them?
What do you mean the militias? I don't understand.
Well, you know how they're all standing up and they think there's going to be a civil war, and I think it's fed by the media and all the.
Well, we certainly got to
the labeling that we get.
We certainly have to protect our rights to defend ourselves, our Second Amendment rights to have weapons. Absolutely. You give up your guns and you're screwed. Now, as to whether we have organized militias or not, I think it's our right to do it. And, I don't know, when did they outlaw militias? Have they?
Nope.
No.
I have no
So it's your
idea.
right to do it. If it's your right to do it and you're not breaking the law,
That's right.
Screw them.
You know, that's right.
All right. Well, we agree.
Like Dave said, screw them.
You may quote Stan all you want to. All right, thanks, Chris. You have a great weekend, my friend.
Hey, you guys keep rocking.
All right, we will. We'll try. Anyways, we're back on the show, and what were we going to do?
Clem
and Clevis, he hears
I'm here in the streets of Rolla, and I'm with Cletus and Clem, and I want to know what they think about the Green New Deal. What do you think about it, fellas?
Well, I like the idea myself. I heard all about it a little bit. Well, I just think green's good. You know, anything green is good.
Yeah, but, I don't know about that green stuff. They kind of might mess up your head sometimes.
Your pickup is green. What are you talking about?
Well, because I like my green pickup. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
So you're okay with no cars, no pickup trucks, no planes, no fossil fuel, no jobs, tearing down every structure and rebuilding them. Then the elimination of all meat, including pork and prime rib.
I thought that was a little bit of a excessive reaction, didn't you, Stan?
Yeah, I thought so.
But I mean, these guys, they didn't realize what the New Deal was, and they just went, a little bit over the top, didn't they?
Well, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what, that ought to be the reaction, because that's how bad it is. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
As Charles Barkley. Terrible. Anyways, we're back on the show, and I still got about 20 things to talk about. I think I can get it. No, actually more than that. No, let's call it 20. Rambo, 72. And he's doing another one? Wow. I mean, is he gonna have like a walker or something and keep doing these things? How do you do Rambo and have a walker?
Right.
It's a little nuts, but hey, come on.
Hey, my friend Dan said, that her song, Laura's song, probably matches an algorithm that triggers something on Facebook for an immediate block for a certain period of time. I bet somebody put that in because it was her song for quite a while.
But we didn't put the song in there.
I know, but I'm just saying, this time they didn't cut us off. Last time
they activated the phone messing with.
Now, that's a whole different. I mean, it's not social media messing with the phone.
This is sophisticated stuff.
That could be. It could be Google, I guess.
Oh my God. So, anyways, are we eating mini plastics when we eat fish? They're claiming this now that the little micro.
They're still trying to
Ocean
get us to get rid
Life
of straws, aren't they?
Ocean Life
is actually, eating some of this plastic, and fish eat plastic.
Oh, boy.
And, you have to wonder about that.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Blues.
Well, I notice you have metal straws.
St. Louis Blues. One game away from winning the Stanley Cup.
Right.
They've never been this far.
Yeah.
I think they made it once to the finals, and they've never been this far before. By the way, I've got to pick a winner, don't I? All right. I'm going to have to get a drum roll. Did you mix these up, dear?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Now I'm
Mixed up
remixing
as
them.
you.
All right, here we go. Got to get it off the bottom. It'll probably be the last caller. Here it is. Lee from Richland. I'm surprised he's actually on there again. Lee from Richland. Oh my goodness! Wow, Lee. Well, he could give it away or whatever. They both have hats. But boy, he's living good. All right, we're going to have one more break, and then we'll be right back on the Dave Weinbaum Show to shut her down. Hit it.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community born, community raised, community serving.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
The Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger is one of McDonald's most popular burgers in Spain. To try one, you'd have to reprogram your GPS,
recalculate it,
go to the airport, leave your car, buy a plane ticket, land in Madrid, and go to McDonald's.
Bienvenida a McDonald's.
Or you could hang that next left and get to your neighborhood McDonald's now. Because for a limited time, the juicy Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger and other worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner at a limited time.
95 years of serving families in the Rolla community. This is Rick Miller at Null & Son Funeral Home. For a business to be successful for 95 years takes hard work, determination, respect, and compassion for the community and the families we serve. This year, Null & Son Funeral Home proudly celebrates our 95th anniversary. 95 years of providing the finest funeral service, always at an affordable cost. It has been our honor to serve your family.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
You can see how he has a close working relationship with these leaders. He's an outgoing person. But I think the important thing here to take from this so far, from this visit, is the relationship between the two countries. Because what I think is really important here is not so much, we've been talking about the protests and so on. It's actually it's not the reception he's getting that's important. It's what he's bringing, his enthusiasm and positive attitude to the relationship. The way I've been putting it is that he's making the special relationship special again. And the reason is that under Obama, it really cooled off. I was there in 10 Downing Street working for David Cameron when he was Prime Minister, when the Obamas came for their state visit. And I literally remember in the negotiations in the run-up to that, there's this whole conversation between the US side and the British side that President Obama would not use the words special relationship.
Well, I'm glad we got that in. Another drum roll. Lee called and said pick somebody else. He's already got his and his wife. So there it is. I'm picking somebody else. He just got one. All right. Okay, hold on. I'll find somebody.
We kind of have the same winners over and over again.
It's Jim from Rolla.
All right.
All right, everybody. Give him a big hand.
All right.
All right, so we're back. We'll be back. We've got 20 seconds to go. I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you, all my sponsors. Thank you, Stan, Lisa, for your small part in this. And thank you, Jesse back there, and Steve. I'll be back for another show on next Friday. Have a great weekend. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show.